Hello everyone, how are you today? I'm Enlin, I'm joined by...
Mike,
Hello everyone.
brother-in-law.
I'm joined by... Just making sure they can hear you.
Mike.
We can, okay, cool. I also turned you up, so I don't have to worry about anything. Oh wait, I hit continue, is that the right thing? That was not the right
I don't
thing.
know.
No,
Wait for me.
I'm supposed
Either
to...
way.
I know, I'm supposed to hit new game anyways. Continue just goes
Oh.
back to the,
Oh, like limbo, like you could beat the game again if you want.
Yeah, but
Kinda
also
shtick.
it's probably so that I could, like, you can search up other hints, because, like, there's the achievement to find all the hints and stuff like that.
Mmm.
So it's probably so
Yeah,
you
that's
can
a
go
good
back
point.
and that and not have to really worry about it. But yeah, I'm ready to hit new game for the Rootimania. Root Tree
Okay,
Mania.
let's
Find out what
see,
happens
so-
to the Infamous family in a whole new mystery.
Roottree Mania will spoil unlocked content. Make sure you've tied up any loose ends before starting.
It's probably because of the final thing, but yeah. Ready and okay. Gonna do a different slot so I don't overwrite my old one.
That's what I did too. Oh, any chance I could watch your screen?
Oh yes, I will send it over. Somebody's at the door.
Hi, I'm Clark. Probably not who you expected to be knocking,
No,
but life's funny sometimes.
that's the author's son.
You've done well staying
Wait, Clark?
anonymous.
Yeah, that's
It
the
took us
author's
a while
son.
to track you down. A lot has happened in the last year. Far too much of it public. But there's stuff going on behind the scenes, too.
Okay, so we did the thing for Sam, and then it's been a year since we did that for Sam. Okay.
Wait, I thought this. So I know you said this is her son, but isn't? I thought this is the guy that died in the plane crash.
That's
at the
Carl.
beginning. Oh, okay. Yep, you're right. Clark Rafferty. Okay.
Yeah, Clark Rafferty with the cheating on his wife with her sister, her younger sister. The other half of the band.
Got you.
I never wanted to be president.
Oh, he's
I'm
president
not
now?
great with stress.
Okay.
With my mother's deteriorating I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I'm not here for
Aw,
sympathy.
the author's
I'm
ladies.
here because part of the fallout of
deteriorating
Sam's
sad.
book is that everyone's coming out of the woodwork.
Means they couldn't
Now
get
that
the
it's
voice actors
public
to come
knowledge that
back.
Plants and Trust
I mean,
covers any root
maybe.
tree despite their history
Just
with us.
kidding.
No, not
A lot
oh,
of potential
Sam.
cousins have surfaced. You may have seen that man on the cover of News Time. It was a disaster for us.
I haven't,
And
but
then
we'll
Miracle
see
went
it.
and made it all about himself.
Of course he did.
The long and short of it is a lot of potential cousins just showed up. Sam's helping
Wait,
some of
Miracle's still alive, or is this Miracle Jr. you're talking about? Sam's helping some of them.
Yeah, it must be. It must be
Miracle
a
Jr.?
later, younger one. Yeah.
them. But she's not really going about it the right way. And she's not taking calls from anyone in the family.
Of course, you were kind of close with
I
the
let
other
it slip
family
through a
members.
mutual friend that I found you, and I was stopping in. It's manipulative, but I'm hoping she'll reach out to you. You can let her know I'm on her side.
Makes sense.
In the meantime, if you're willing, I can share our files with you. Pass them along to Sam if she reaches out. I'm genuinely hoping she'll realize I'm an ally.
So the family's kind of divided now. I mean, to be fair, his mother said when they found out the truth that she kind of felt bad because Sam could have been the sister she never had. Like, the author at least was like, oh, okay, and like tried to make friends with her immediately. So
Feel
it's
free
not
to do your own
a
research.
surprise that her son is
I've
the
been
same.
told you enjoy things like this. To
That's
each
probably
their
my
own.
job. I'm assuming it's our job. Because she found us for that reason. Alright. Let's start with the things. Notable events, reminders, and unexpected video visitor. Okay. Today, there was a knock on the door. Clark Rafferty LaRux, the current president. Oh, he's the sixth one. Explain that multiple people come out of the woodworks. I'm looking at the
Yep. I'm here.
Oh wait, he has been trying to work with Sam, but hasn't. You a letter that he said you could share with Sam that says the following: to both of you, the company I hired to help us with the clan's trust is busy pouring through the entire family's history, as well as people they may have had contact with. That said, the family is not particularly happy with this and are doing their best to slow things down. Many of them are actively avoiding our interviews. Every time there's a high-profile public case, it causes headaches. So please, I don't mind if you do your research, but I ask that you stop going to the press. Instead, we have a highly trained team of lawyers to back you up. We're ready and willing to verify anyone and everyone you believe could be realistically part of the relationship that led to the birth of a new Rudy. Just tell us who to investigate by filling in the new section of the tree, and we'll take the time to handle verifying that the timeline checks out. But keep in mind why we're here. If someone didn't have a child or has already been disqualified by our lawyers, like in the case of the girl with the negative DNA test, there won't be a place for them on the tree. We're not just looking for affairs and infidelities, we're only looking for ones that led to potential new root trees. Some spots in the new sections will be marked with a tree icon. These areas are reserved for members of the original family tree you filled in 8 months ago. Well, it's been 8 months ago, not a year, but okay. Just like last time, be sure to use birth names for everyone you add. Married names or nicknames won't be enough. To start sorting out the infidelities, I recommend you turn your eye to the men in the position of power. I'd love to say that's only because it would have been a lot harder for the women to hide 9 months of pregnancy and a birth without the family noticing, but I can't. I'll be blunt, I'm no stranger to infidelity. I wish I could claim that I was a perfect husband, but you've seen the family tree, so why pretend? Some of us learned how to wield our family name and fortune to our benefits, consequences be damned. I can't change the past or unhurt those who I betrayed. Instead, all I can do is be honest with myself and to you. Refuse to make any more mistakes, and do my best to sort out the various messes we've left behind. So please, fill in the tree, and together we can figure out how to begin to make amends. Good luck, and thank you both. Alright.
So that's addressed to us and Sam?
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. And she doesn't want anything to do with them, so...
Yeah, she's been avoiding all of them, which isn't a full surprise, but, like, they've had half a life where they knew they were family, or not a half a life. I think it's when the grandfather or her father died, they, like, knew they were family, so I'm assuming some of them reached out to her, like, in between. Because, like, I mean... The guy who died in the plane crash, him and his wife, like, worked hard to, like, make Ernie's last times, because, like, all of her family didn't get any of the money, which is fair. I mean, which is fair why she's avoiding, like, the older generation, but, like,
yeah,
the newer generation, like, Carl
was a saint, yeah.
Yeah, he tried to, like, help her son when he started to get sick and stuff like that, like, we know that. So it's surprised that she's avoiding everyone completely, but
Carl's dead.
Yeah,
right?
Yes, Carl is
Okay.
dead, but I'm assuming that he's not the only one that reached out to their family after they found out, oh hey, you're actually a roottree. Like, I'm surprised she's avoiding everyone, but not like the old.
Yeah, maybe we'll find more about her motives as we go. Like, yeah, there's a twist there. Yeah.
Or maybe like she is talking to some, and they're just like keeping it quiet from the other family members. And just not talking to Clark, but this is new investigation with new focus. After many months of newfound interest in the root trees, it is recommended you try to catch up with some of what happened since last time. Some web searches may yield new or different results, and some books and magazines from your previous investigations may be relevant to your new ones. It's also a much more widespread search. The list of first and last names you can choose from will contain red herrings. Not all of them will be used. Okay. Below is a reminder of some of the most notable beats of your initial dive into the roottree family tree. All evidence from before is still available, and for your convenience, any searches that do not lead to new information will still function as they did during your first investigation. Alright, I'm just going to copy this and put it into the book, just so I have it as available. Where's the notes? There we go. Add a page, just all of that. Save that. Okay, cool. Alright, back to reading this. Was founded by the grandparents, or the first two. The entire family has financial relied on the health of the company. Most of the actions took place in around Butler County, Pennsylvania, where the company was initially located. Eliza, Carl, and Ren are on the covers of the magazines. Other notaries are Lauren, the book author, Miracle, the Miracle Baby, which is the last of the original 5, and Jim had physical media such as record labels. Yeah, the artist. Lauren's 2 diaries are probably the most useful resource overall, mentioning many of her relatives directly. The 5-piece, his children, could be in front of the original candies, but there's 6 of them, not 5. The 5 were present. There were 5 presidents of Rudy County. Many were featured in periodicals. Caroline, Stephanie, and Brandon Jones were featured in campaign posters. Oh yeah, the governor lady and her mom is the Caroline is the artist, and her husband who does flyers, which enables you to fill out more of the tree. Many young rootries were found by following a complex rabbit hole through a conspiracy site that led to finding a searchable web address for Chris Rafferty, Lauren's grandson, or Clark's son, oldest son.
Right.
November was really difficult to place. Her occupation could be only found via the company website for the flyers. We didn't do that. We just remembered, but okay.
Yeah.
Ronald and his brother go by Ron and Robbie. Both worked on TV shows until Rob embezzled money and fled to Paris. Ron tried to get him removed from the trust. Sam and her father were cryptically mentioned in a book about historical letters. Were they? Okay. Historical letters.
Weird.
We never got that evidence, so there's also a few dead ends and red herrings. I was kind of really hoping that red herring from the first game was actually a root tree. Like, I was really hoping we'd find, he actually is, but...
A double twist,
yeah. Who claimed he was a root tree but was not. Family Man, a book about Elias Roottree, turned out to be propaganda and not useful. We never found that evidence.
Yeah.
Lauren's other books, historical romance novels, were not very useful on their own, though could be led to other information. Yeah, her other books were based off stories her and her husband made. And Caroline's sculptures were not useful
Period.
That's what they just... Alright. Today, it has been 8 months since you helped Sam with the research. We probably should have read this first, but anyway, it says start here, and I did not. It's the last one I'm clicking. Sam was true to her word and paid you an incredible large sum of money. She never mentioned you by name, however, so you've managed to keep a low profile. The Rootries, on the other hand, have not. Below is a summary of notable events since the book's release, though you can refresh your memory in full details by searching online. Six Piece, which is what her book is called, about her father, is a bestseller for a few months at this time. At the time, Carl had not yet been replaced. Oh, yeah, Carl is the guy who passed away in the train crash. In March, the Roottree Company stumbled publicly as they attempted to respond to the book's release, with multiple conflicting press releases and a clear lack of leadership. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure multiples were going all talk. Clark was announced as the permanent successor to Carl Roottree and welcomed Sam Mason to the family officially. That's good. The company hired an outside legal group to handle the changes to the clan trust. This included any other new questions of lineages. And it's good that, Clark, because they still have the policy that it's a cheap, your paycheck is only as much as the candy is, so it's Clark has probably had multiple years of money, so he doesn't have to worry about that. 5 Ps. After this announcement, there was a rash of different people claiming to be Rootries, mostly dismissed as opportunists and scammers. The highest profiles of these, by a wide margin, was a rapper named Felix Fellows, who changed his moniker to 5 Ps as a publicity move at the same time. 5 Ps is the only notable person on the updated tree. Okay. And another high-profile mistrep, Miracle, they're saying Miracle normal, so not even his son, it's just Miracle, the original 5. Publicly and venomously denied that 5 Ps was a Roottree. The Rootree's legal team had then offered to do a DNA test to get 5 Ps to drop his claim, and in a moment that caught what seemed like the entire world by storm, the test proved he was a Roottree. Suddenly the world was obsessed with the Rootrees. Okay, so 5 Pez was. And Jane Doe. Ugh. In July, an anonymous woman who the press began to refer to as Anonymom appeared in interviews with her face and voice disguised. She claimed that an affair with a Roottree led to the birth of her daughter, aka Jane Doe. Oh, okay. Jane Doe is usually reserved for dead bodies they don't know the name of, game. That worried me that it was suddenly a dead body we were investigating. Okay. If true, this would make her daughter yet another secret Roottree, and therefore entitled to a share of the clan trust. Nobody knew at the time, but this would turn out to be the last chapter in the Roottree Mania saga. As more and more of Anonymom stories came out, people began to notice how much it echoed 5 Pez in a nearly in nearly every significant way. The court of public opinion began to turn, confirming the world's suspicions. The DNA test, orchestrated by lawyers on both sides, proved that her daughter was not a roottree. This final event caused public disappointment, smugness from doubters, and countless accusations of the entire ordeal being an elaborate hoax or attempt at fraud. Things got a bit ugly, and the fun of roottree mania seemed to disappear overnight. Now, a month later, it feels like a distant memory.
Okay, so there's 11 clues in that one, and 8 in the second one, and none in the third one. Okay.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the board.
Hold on. So if you go to the desk and hit the archive thing, you can go back to the other clues.
Fun.
So we do have that. Cool. They just separated it out, which is nice. So yes, board.
Even the stuff we didn't get is on there.
Oh, is it?
Like the old school roottree ad.
Oh yeah, the original one. Yeah, EC and CE.
And then that
the book.
Themey correspondence down on the left. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's cool. They filled in all the gaps that we missed.
Okay, hold on. Before we go, I'm gonna just quickly look at these.
Sure.
The author included it because of a spelling error on the word available near the bottom. It states that the flavors are inspired by their children, and grape, elderine, egg cream, cinnamon extract, and melon.
That's something that we just kind of assumed. So I guess it's written down there though, concretely. We were like, oh, the letters are for the kids.
No, because we were told by I was told by the author when I played.
Lauren said that?
No, I meant sorry, the creator when I played.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I played it before you, and I don't think I got that flyer. I think I just assumed that. But the guy himself told us.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, I think they did after I figured I placed everyone, and they're like, yeah, you could have I'm surprised you didn't do it without the ad. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, well, the ad is the names in the order. I was like, oh. So I think that's how it happened.
Right on.
Oh yeah, that's the original name of the list. So I'm just looking through everything. I think that we only missed two clues actually. Yeah, I think we only missed the book and the
5-piece ad?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get... No, we did. We got Cherry Tree. That's right.
We did at the end because I purposely pulled it up so that we could see that,
Right. Because that's his favorite one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did pretty good for ourselves.
Patch wrote a letter full of innuendos to an unknown gentleman who is curious she had a romantic history. Patch is thought by the book author to have been Patricia Kristen, a daughter of the owner of Christian Steel. His nickname was Pat, and her nickname was Pat, and Ch was the first 2 letters of her last name. Patricia Christian was known to appreciate wordplays. Patricia, who would have been in her mid-20s when the letters were written, was married to an older man of no noticeable status. This letter was mostly definitely not to him. There are also a few passages after the steamy bits that mention a daughter, leading Tina and Angeline to theorize that this letter was written to the father of a child she hid from society in some way. The letter... Oh, this is probably the historical messages. The letter ends on a mention of a twisted twin that seems to invoke imagery from classic literature. Yeah, okay, this is the historical things we said. If not for her story, yours and mine would be the most tragic tale ever told. How awful is it that such beauty was ripped from its rightful fate, and worse, sent to live in possession of your brother's twisted twin. Wow, that's... I mean, I know it's a time period thing, but wow. Left an outcast, forced to a life of labor under a wicked relative, it's like something from the start of a children's fable. She deserves not the life he had been sentenced to. I can't stand to be apart from you both. Someday I shall return to you, and I pray that he has not corrupted her to know his sins. I know it's the time, but I swear that on this joyous day,
I swear to God, if they made that kid gay.
With all of the strength I can muster, I will fight for a child's freedom. Let us pray her fable was a happy ending. Tina has no theory for what the more cryptic parts of that means. So, yes, she did immediately, as soon as, once the will reading, she, started to try and connect with her daughter, but saying corrupted by his sins and twisted twin, if Sam ever found out that's what she thought of her father, she was never gonna deal with Patsy.
Right.
Alright, now we can go to the board. Okay, so the original timeline is there and all completed, and so we've got possible identity 1, 1921, 2, 1949, 1975 to 1982 for 3. You had
What did they say the tree icon meant? This person is also on the original tree. Okay, so
So it's supposedly one of the guys is what Clark said, or like one of the notes said, or Clark said in his note to us, because it's hard for a woman to hide an affair or pregnancy for 9 months, but
one of them did, because they had a kid. If you look on the far right at the top, there's 2 trees on the far right. Right.
The far right.
You see that? So somebody got remarried, and both of them are up there above there, and they got married and had another kid.
I'm just wondering if it's maybe like Sam, like a Sam situation. It's probably a Sam situation. Like where they had the kid out of wedlock, and then got married later on. I don't know which.
Oh, that could be. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I mean, it might also be an affair between family, like
That's
between,
kind of what I first assumed, but yeah, it could be the other way too.
Also, this guy, he's got number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 affairs. My God, dude.
Jeez. That's crazy. Who's this piece of shit?
I don't know.
But it's someone on the original. You know what? It's got to be Miracle.
It
Because
might.
he's denying that 5Ps. He was so vehemently denying it.
I mean, I think Miracle
knows.
is maybe one of these. Oh, there's also a top secret one. Ooh. I'm pretty sure Miracle is one of these, but I don't know if he's like the specific one for that one. But I do agree with you. He's probably one of the people here.
They're at least setting him up as it on account of how much he doth protest.
I mean, he did protest against 5Ps, so that might be his son.
Yeah.
All right.
One of many.
One of
well,
many.
no, he only had one kid through this.
What? Oh.
Right? Did you?
Well, whoever's in the number 3 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids from his affair.
Oh, those are kids from the affair? Oh my gosh.
Actually, so there's only one confirmed kid, which is the infidelity, but all the boxes could be with the other person that they're married to, except for the very bottom one, because there's nobody else. So that's definitely a roottree kid, but they have a chance of 4 other kids.
That's why they both lead there. It's to tell you that it could be one way or the other.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
That's where we're going. Yeah, that's where we're gonna have to figure out.
All right.
All right. So I'm assuming we should probably start with 5Ps since he's confirmed. 5 Pez.
Oh yeah, that's a safe bet. Connect to the internet. Get our dial-up sound going.
Oh, yeah. Fun.
All right. 5E. Felix Fellows.
An article you found on a website known for their harsh reviews for modern music is Root of All Evil, 1 star. Out of 7.
Gotta be a clue in
Whatever.
there.
Yeah. I grabbed it, but I'm gonna keep it with the headline: "More poser than my action figure collection." Okay. His real name is David, and he used to go by Dirt Tray Davey. And the author rues the fact that his rebranding was a blatant market stunt at the expense of his mother's tragic past. He overdosed when he was 16. Apparently, only one of the songs on the album is new, and the others were simply rewritten to turn blatant references to sex and drugs and violence into clumsy euphemisms. His rise to prominence was kickstarted when he appeared a few months ago on the cover of Newsets Times holding a photo of his mother. Okay, hold on. We're gonna grab that because I need to get the thing. His mother with Guy Hudson. Oh, with Guy. Oh. I mean, Guy... So the thing about that is Guy died early, and he was hit by somebody in a car crash. So, like...
Yeah.
If anyone else, like, the other guys might have had, like, affairs or whatever. Guy might have just been a situation where he was having a relationship and hadn't told his family yet. Like, that guy is one of the few people in this whole family tree that I can, like, you know, give leeway to because
The
he
benefit
he
of the
died
doubt.
he died unexpectedly from a car crash. Like he's
But
getting.
he was married.
Was he? Oh.
Yeah. He was married to
Oh
Patricia.
yeah, he was married. So
They
maybe
didn't-
never
didn't have a
mind.
kid.
I forgot about that.
But I mean, clear, like he was still one of the better guys. Like
Yeah.
everyone liked him and everything. But I guess we'll find
No,
out. Maybe
well,
he's,
no, he was
maybe he's
he was
not an
running
asshole.
the thing into the ground until Ernie took over.
What? Oh, I guess maybe I was confusing him with Ernie then.
Yeah, Ernie was the
Okay.
good one, and he
Okay.
currently is not one of the ones. Denied it
There's
vehemently.
so much in this first article. This is daunting. Yeah.
Even appeared on the same magazine a week later, but since then they've backtracked and publicly welcomed him to the family. Their press release at the time stated that they had new evidence that confirmed his story. Okay, she was 16. Do we know? Okay, we don't have anything about his age yet. Okay, so I'm just grabbing. If you want to put news times into your article so you can get the periodics.
Oh. Good job.
New issue every week. So we can look up 5 Pez and then Miracle because they're both in that. They reported record subscription numbers during this time, which lasted. Okay, so we're gonna first put in him. Boop. Basically here on the cover, kicked off Roottree Mania, then a week later Miracle Johnson Roottree appeared, which I'm gonna grab. A summary of both articles as well. Oh, automatically gave me both articles. Great. Holding on to the cover of the issue has been trying to see your evidence. But that's her and Guy, huh? Appeared on the holding a portrait of his mother, Joanna, with when she was Zach. Oh, she was Zach's secretary? Company picnic.
Hold on.
Sorry, yeah, I went ahead a
No,
little
you're
bit.
good. You're good. So who'd you say this was? This is
5
this is
Pez.
Ernie or Guy? This is Guy
This
and
is Guy and 5 Pez's
his
mom,
mistress?
Joanna.
Oh.
But
okay.
Joanna was Zach's. So this is before Guy took over the company. Because Zach was the second.
Interesting. And look, there's 3 people in the background.
They are not
Curious.
clickable. I have tried.
No, I know, but that might be some kind of like.
Well, it's it was at a company picnic.
Oh, you did say that.
All right, and then here's his. His father was Guy. The story was dramatic and sensational. When he retired, and then Guy's secretary for only 1 or 2 weeks after that before she quit. The first few weeks that he was president.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you mind if I step away for a second?
Sure. I'm gonna keep
sorry.
going.
That's fine. Catch me up when I get back.
Okay. Sorry, I was chewing. His parents divorced when he was 4 after his father learned of the affair. Okay. Felix and his mother then moved to Portland because she was afraid of her and her son's life. Well, until she was 16, but one day, his mom never came home from the movie rental store where she worked at the register. Next day, they found her dead from an overdose in her car. She had stolen all the cash from her drawer and spent it on heroin. Oof. As Felix went through her belongings, the only thing he had to remember her by were a hairbrush she had always used, some photos, and a stuffed animal from her childhood. But then he found it, a box hidden in the back of the closet. Inside were love letters and a photo related to Guy Hudson, as well as a letter from his father containing threats. He threw it all away, with the exception of the one photo he appears with on the cover of News Time. He said it was the only one where they were dressed. Gross. The only one not from the affair itself. The picture is shown in full inside the cover magazine and was added to your evidence. Also included some additional history about his career. He was born Felix Fowlers to Riley and Joanne Fellows, but has never rapped without a moniker. He tried to find success by opening for another artist and even selling CDs on a storm. Streets and corners, he has only recently started going as 5 Pez to harness the power of his lineages. Did some research into the truth of these claims and was able to confirm that Joanne did work for the Roottree Company as a secretary during the mid-70s. Hold on. So the affair was probably around... So it's not that one. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Guy, no! Oh no! Oh, that's Guy. Oh no, Guy. No, Guy, no! Alright. From that, he died of drug overdose, and that Felix was in his foster soon after. They were unable to track down his father. They also reached out to the Roottree company, but at the moment the company's blank statement since the release of a recent book, Roottree has seen an overwhelming number of false. None have been factual, and nearly all have been knowingly dishonest. We encourage individuals to read out to us and... Alright. And let's look at... Oh, that's Miracle. I see. Hello. Charlatans and thieves. Bye. Appeared on the cover. Denied this article was from before the DNA test that proved it. Miracle didn't focus much on the details regarding his mother and Guy. Instead, he came across as exhausted at the events that have been going on behind the scenes, as well as the character of those he feels are attacking his family. Which is slightly fair, as he's one of the original 5-piece, and so they are literally slandering his brother, or Sam was slandering his older brother. So slightly fair on that end. But she is also in the same end defending his other brother, the hidden twin. But that being said, like, not to stereotype, but, well, we don't know what religion he is a preacher for, but he is a preacher. So,
I mean, yeah, he's coded to be like a Christian, some kind of Christian.
well, it's just because I was saying, like, he's because it says in the thing, going behind the scenes as well as as well as the characters of those he feels are attacking his family. And I was saying, which is fair, because his first, they're attacking Sam's actual physical birth father, which is his older brother, but Sam was also doing it to defend her, adopted father, which is also his brother. But I was saying he's a preacher, and at that time, gay is a sin, so he probably doesn't care. But I don't know exactly which, But anyways. Also, I found out who the middle person is.
The middle person?
Yeah.
Oh, the super philanderer?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Guy?
Yeah.
Alright, let's put him in.
Because the
Why? How do you know it's him?
Because the article with 5 Pez, his article says, where is it? So the author of the article was able to confirm that Joanne did work for the Roottree company as a secretary sometime during the early to mid-70s. It also confirmed she died of drug overdose and that Felix was in the foster care. Guy, the middle person's timeline is the only one that's 1970. It's 1975, but the one after it is 1998, and the one before it is 1949. So, Guy's in the middle with the 5.
Oh, I see.
And I mean, he might be the.
So you said is this the date of just the infidelity that happened? It's not like his lifespan, right?
No,
like,
yeah, I'm assuming the
okay.
possible infidelity is the date of the thing.
Okay.
Because Family Tree Update is a thing. Oh, Family Tree Update might be Sam.
Where's that Family Tree Update?
It's the very last one of the things.
Oh.
So that actually might just be Sam. To give us like an easy catch. Because it says Family Tree Update, not possible infidelities.
But she's on the...
Yeah,
on the Family
I mean,
Tree.
I haven't... Yeah. I got... Oh, yeah, so it has to be a newer update. Huh. Weird. Who is... Don't know who that would be then.
I think it's what we said. It's 2 people maybe whose partners are dead or whatever. They got hitched and had a kid.
Maybe.
We just have to figure out what happened.
Oh,
but we got Ernie in the middle, and we've got... Guy. Guy's the 3rd president, and we got a picture of him as well. Okay.
Yeah. Tisk tisk guy. Tisk tisk. Alright.
What a hoe, dude.
And,
Alright, so we were reading the
and
miracle
they were
one?
Ferris, so like maybe it was when he was married to his wife. Like, I don't care if you have a lot of kids or whatever, like bad luck or I guess maybe good luck depending on how you see it, but like whatever. It's cheating with multiple people against, like cheating your wife on your wife with multiple people that I'm like against. Have as much like whatever adult fun times you want. Whatever. Don't cheat on people.
So one of these kids is Felix.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way for us to know.
Not yet, no.
Oh, okay. Back to this.
He says that although most of the book was based in fact, it left out anything that wouldn't fit the agenda. He pointed out that Sam's daughter still earns a generous salary for overseeing the farm division of Roottree. So he's complaining that she still gets money, but not like the rest of the Roottrees.
Right. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's not so bad. It's like, okay, but it's not fair either.
And that Sam did the same before her. That Sam's family was not destitute, and that really it was only her son who chose to take a job with no salary. The point of the president's thing is supposed to be for... Oh gosh. Miracle! He claimed that though they didn't have to, the family helped pay for his son's medical bill after voting that it was the right thing to do. With a lot of convincing from frickin' Carl. Miracle also says that the story about his father, Elias, shunning EC was one-sided, leaving out Edward Clancy's blame in the whole thing. Elias gave him a simple ultimatum. Stop sinning or be disowned. My God! Stop being with the man you love or be disowned. Miracle says it was EC's own choice and that Elias allowed him to earn food and shelter on the company's dime was a kindness, especially considering that he and John continued to live together. My God, Miracle, I'm hating you! Miracle then pivoted to the fallout from Five Pieces. He recounted a dilge of claims the clan's trust that the family have been subjected to. He doesn't cite any specifics, but says that every time someone comes forward, the family devolves to arguments. They've had to hire an outside legal team to help, but so far every case has been demonstratively, laughably false. All they do is tarnish his family's reputation. He focuses on 5 Pez who appeared on news times before him. He calls him a griefer and a delinquent and says he is using his name and products to sell filth to the masses. Of all the occupations, he says, this is the most dangerous because it exposes the world to hatred. He cites 5 Pez lyrics as violent, sexist, and ungodly, and prays the boy will repent, retract his lies, and find religion. Ah, Miracle! You're not beating the stereotype! Lastly, he plans the future. Miracle states that those that wish to hear the true story can join him on his farewell tour this Oh my God, Miracle, you were just complaining about him using the name to upsell, and you're using the situation to upsell. What the frick, Miracle? The Miracles Roottree. Oh, that's so weird to say all 3 of your names like that. Are planning on touring the country's churches one last time, and that now at age 71, Miracle is the oldest living Roottree. While he plans to continue preaching at his own church in Butler County after the tour, this is your last chance to hear the truth from the man with the most complete recollection of one of America's most notable families in your own hometown. This article mentions that Miracle's son, Miracle Jr., did not wish to comment, and has a statement from Clark Rafferty's LaRux through the Roottree's law firm. Miracle does not speak for his entire family. We're working carefully on a plan to definitively disprove any claims of infidelity in our family's past. The article also does not refute Miracle's claim that he's the oldest living Roottree, despite Sam Mason being born the year before him. It was unclear if Miracle made the claim out of ignorance or spite.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Great job, Miracle, making yourself look terrible. I did notice something on the board. So you can go up to the family trees from original and look at people
and
like you can see Clark.
Yeah.
But you can't do that for Miracle.
What do you mean?
There's no spot to add one to Miracle's, so I'm assuming he's one of the people on the bottom. Cause you can't do that to Guy either. So Miracle had an affair somewhere. He's one of these.
I think that's possible, but I think that's a stretch.
Why is it a stretch?
Because that would mean that anyone who's up here without an extra picture add-on is just as likely.
Well, no, because like we've picked up Miracle's picture, but we haven't picked up like say, Ernest, for example.
Oh, right. We got a picture from this magazine.
Mm-hmm. And we got a picture of Guy, and we can't update Guy, and we got a picture of Miracle, and we can't update Miracle.
My bad. No, you're totally right. Yep. I forgot we got a new picture of him. I was like, well, okay.
But we did get a new picture of Clark, or we will. Oh, we actually could just grab the thing from the... I doubt it, but let's see. No, that's not a picture. Okay. Yeah, so like you can see on the family tree, we're gonna get a picture of Clark at some point.
Yeah.
And we can update his, probably on one of the magazines. So, uh-oh, Miracle. No wonder why you're so adamant.
Yeah, he's probably his kid. Oh no, but no, we know he's gotta be Guy's. Yeah. Damn it.
But he might be like one of the first two, the possible infidelities. 1 and 2. I don't think he'd be family tree update. I mean, he could be maybe, but like of the original family tree members, the one I think would probably be most likely is Gwen, the movie star. Just because she's like, I'm pretty sure one of her sons is married out of wedlock. Yeah, wait, hold on. Frick, what was the, hold on, let me look up Clan's Trust, because I think... Oh, that's not, how do you freaking spell this thing? That one. Where's the thing? How do you spell it? Where is it? Where is any of the Clan's Trust words? There it is. Because I think... Oh, has been updated, right, okay. She'll older very quickly. Thank you.
Think about the rootrees versus RR?
No. Oh, hold on. Let me look at the old version of this. Hold on a second. No, I thought there was a mention of one of them trying to make the other lose their money because of wedlock, like one of the brothers. But maybe not. Okay.
No, I think they were beefing over
the embezzlement.
Yeah.
Alright. But Clan's Trust has been updated, which is nice that they tell you that.
Yeah, and it's a cool diegetic way to do it, where it's like this page is an older cached version. That's cute.
Alright. Usually legal agreement and the motivation for most of their major financial decisions. As a recap, the entire family earns inheritance directly from the profits of the candy company, as well as their sister clothing line, Roottree, with the period. Oh, I actually kind of want to look that up and see who's running that now. This means that nearly every Roottree can potentially have a say in the company's high-level operations. Historically, this has caused the family to be slow to approve any major expeditions that can significantly dig into the profits. After the release of the 6 pieces by Sam, the Clan's Trust came under heavy scrutiny. Sam, her children, and her grandchildren should have all been uncovered under the trust, according to the wording revealed during an internal family conflict between Ron and Robbie Roottree. Ah, there it is. That's the fight that I was thinking of. It seems that those who wrote the trust, Clancy Edward Roottree, and at the direction of Elias, who is the lawyer, purposely deceived the rest of the family about the exact details of how it worked, in an attempt to keep Sam and her father, Edward Clancy, his own twin brother, in comparative poverty. Because the rest of the family made money hand over fist, they have very little motivation to question their understandings. Sam's book revealed this to the public, and it did not go over well. Clark Rafferty Lurux took over the company, and his most celebrated move was his first official one. He ensured Sam's family would get their share. Good. To help facilitate this, the inheritance aspect of the trust is now under the control of a third party. Ruby Legal Enterprises. This ensures that the financial motivations of roottree family members will not interfere with the investigations into potential new roottrees. According to Clark's letter, however, some family members are still doing their best to slow the investigation by refusing to answer questions. Alright, hold on. I want to search. The roottree website has a small memorial section to the deceased members of the family, but it contains no new information. The most recent catalog, spring 1999... Okay. Had an entire blank cover with no text on it. On the leadership page, you learn the roottree is currently managed by a designer who is apparently Brenda White's second in command. You don't recognize her name, and she seems unrelated to your search. There's also a scholarship page. On it, you find information about the Roottree Sisters Fashion Scholarship. It is awarded to 3 underprivileged high school girls each year who wish to pursue a career in fashion. Apparently, it also gives them an opportunity to show off their designs on professional models on a real runway. According to the site, the fund was created directly from shares that would have contributed to the inheritance of the Roottree Sisters if they were still alive. Like other aspects of the clan trust, it's managed by Ruby's Legal Enterprise. It's the name of the law firm that has been hired by the Roottree Company. The company is named after their head lawyer, Ruby Spratt. That seems suspicious. We're going to copy that and look in a second. You can't find much about the company from before this year, though all of the articles tell the same tale. After the fiasco of Six Piece and the relevance of the Roottree's internal law group was complicit in such a cover-up, they hired outside counsel. Well, yeah, the Ruby Legal Group now seems to have ties to multiple aspects of the Roottree Company, including the company thing. They were recently in the news due to a high-profile lawsuit they raised against person. Is news time? Between them and... Oh, sorry. I moved on to... Oh, you can see my stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what... News time.
And the leader of the legal company for Roottree company now. Between Ruby and Picanto magazine surrounding... Oh, that's another magazine to look up to. Hold on, I'm just going to quickly grab it before I continue reading this. Okay, cool. Alright, back to reading that. They said that didn't have the rights to redistribute the photos in the magazine of Guy Hudson. Oh. Picto apparently announced that they would be pulling their issues the following day the moment that the legal team threatened them. This caused the issue to sell faster than any other in the magazine's history, though only for a day. Even people that would never have normally purchased it went out of their way to buy one, just in case it would be worth something someday. Especially caught the eye of conspiracy theories who assumed that anything worth suing over would have to be hiding something. An expert legal analyst from news states that it was unlikely that Ruby's could have had the story pulled if it had gone to court, and Picto likely got more eyes on it than it would have if the Rudies had just ignored the story. So what are they? A recent supermarket tabloid that latched onto popular culture. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
And what is news? Just a weekly magazine. Okay. Hold on. I want to just look up Guy. Where is it? There's his name. Alright. Guy Hudson is an issue that focused on a talking toy fish and the demonic messages it supposedly said as the batteries ran low. Had an article about a canceled book by them. Okay. The book's subject was Guy, and the issue was said to contain pictures that Cicely did not have the rights to publish. Because of the pictures, this issue was pulled from the stores, making the subject of conspiracies. Version found in this article is incomplete. Hold on. What does the picture look like? No. Go away, Miracle. Okay, hold on.
Basil Bub.
Book she had written about. It seems that it used pictures. Unless you want to read about a potentially rendering the magazine useless. Unless you want to read about a potentially demonic fish toy. Oh, no.
So we gotta try and figure out how we can get those photos.
And the other corner says, plus this utensil that will help you lose 50 pounds.
That's interesting.
Wait, what is the fish? Oh, I can't read the fish signs. No,
it says Big Sass Sea Bass.
Alright, so... Can we just do a quick search of the person's name? Will that give us it? One.
Non-Piketty. Oh, you mean on the internet?
Yeah.
Cicely Sanchez.
Hold on, I'm just reading. In recent
She's
years,
an author.
this has included. Sorry, I'm reading about the tabloid.
Yep.
Instead, it tends to latch onto and creates sensational headlines about whatever subject appears to be popular at any given time. In recent years, this has included Beanie Babies, Magic Eye Images, and even Red Bull. It has often come under fire for printing fiction along with facts. Gets around this by stating in every issue that all of its articles are all the hearsay that fits to print. Read an article about an author she claims to have written an unread book about Guy. The article is not even the main focus of the issue. The particular issue, the Big Sass Sea Bass issue, is pulled from shelves and is now common collector's items, especially among conspiracy theories. What the Roottree company was hiding. You find a recent finished online article. Oh wait, you find a recent online auction that lists a copy at over $1,000, though nobody bid. Interesting.
Whoa.
Portrait of a charged man. All right. Copy that. I'm wondering if it's a situation like this book. Disappearance and tells this powerful true story about a man who woke up after being saved from drowning in his backyard pool, became an entirely different person. Included are interviews from those that knew him best before, as well as a one-on-one chat that paints an entirely different picture. Be able to put it down without wondering, what if that were me? So that's her first one, A Changed Man. Then Foreign Gospel did not perform as well critically. Also nonfiction.
Also out of
Catholic
print.
Church who claims he was told by God that he should travel to Thailand and began to preach, specifically with the goal to convert 10,000 people. He returned to the United States after just over 2 years, claiming to have succeeded. The book tells his version of the story, but the author also traveled to Thailand to investigate these claims and talks with some of the so-called converted. Well, at least this person, this Cicely, seems to at least willing to go for like the extra mile for their research. Like going to Thailand afterwards just to make sure, but
Yeah.
but still sold. She has written a few more books since then, including a Van Gogh, but her first two are hers to claim to fame. According to Side About Authors, is known for her nonfiction with a focus on exploring darkness and looks at humans. The magazine were immediately issued a cease and desist. That she never pulled from. Oh, do we not have a way to search auctions? What's this? Oh, that's the cousins thing.
It's the puzzle thing. Yeah. I mean, maybe some kind of online auction site,
Yeah.
or maybe a magazine that does auctions.
Yeah, because no, not that one. There was mention on this one. Can we just look up auction?
I did nothing.
Okay. Dang. What's our? Oh, that's still our number one, as well as the reminder. I don't even know. Probably a lot. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's look at some of the other people. I'm gonna just jump around as I do.
I want to know what the unreleased book.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it for now. The red herring page hasn't been updated. So if you go to the page that hasn't been changed, it has a little light red text for you, so you know.
It's kind of telling you don't need to look here. That's cool.
Well, I went back to the previously on to just check all the ones in the bottom of that. Oh wait, hold on. So the old version says, Family Man, the Rootree's Legacy, has Bess Williams was a very poorly received book about Elias Roottree. It's impossible to find a copy of the book these days. And the new version said, there are very few copies of the original, published in 1920, but it has recently republished by the same publishing company that printed Lauren's diaries for schools. It seems they wished to capitalize on Roottree mania. It did not work. So the Family Man.
Who wrote it?
Bess Williams.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, I'm wondering if one of the people is Elias. Tisk tisk.
Oh, like the OG himself?
Maybe?
That'd be pretty juicy. Family Man, the roottree legacy.
The
I
dictionary.
mean, we got a picture of him, so.
Well, let's see if. Hold on, let me check if. Yeah, we've got a picture of him, so. Tisk tisk, man, tisk tisk.
Oh god, dude, guys are the fucking worst. All right, let's go.
Defines propaganda as information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. But if they were to replace that definition with a picture, it would be a picture of this book. The book tells you nothing new about Elias, and from what you know of his true feelings towards some of his extended family. But you're not sure it tells you anything true about Elias either. The reissue of this book was so lazy that they reused the famous picture of Elias from Business Watch, whose copyright had expired. Best thing it's going for it is it's only 85 pages long. Alright, well, that doesn't give us much right now, but, you know, it's a little bit. What else is on that previously on? Who else is in it? Go on down. Okay, those two weren't useful. Okay, that's for that. What's the other thing? Oh yeah, where's Anonymon? Because we might as well look up those two, just to take care of those two.
That's such a like a legit name. That's something that Twitter would come up with, Anonymon.
I mean,
hers was a bust, right?
Yeah, hers was a bust. She also claims she slept with Guy.
That might be true.
No, they proved. I mean, she might have been, you know, but her kid is not his.
Right.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have to check the news time. In the TV interview and the article, she referred to her daughter as John Doe Roottree. The name Anonymon was not self-inflicted. It seems to spring up organically, because nobody knew how else to refer to her. Due to some parts of the story she found particularly credible, with the momentum from Sam's endorsement on a media blitz. Ultimately, this backfired. As more details came out, people became skeptical. There we go, of her story due to extreme similarities to Five Pez's. Her accusations even included many of the same details as Mother's story. This included her job and the time period. After fumbling the Five Pez story so publicly, the Roottrees were more prepared to handle all Clan's trust-related cases within a week. DNA cases proved that the daughter could not be related to the Roottrees. This was announced at the joint press conference with lawyers representing both of them, each party ensuring their respective clients proved accurate samples. Immediately after the negative results were released, many of those who had already been felt vindicated. Others who had built up hopes that history could repeat itself after Five Pez feel duped. Many people suspected the whole affair had been a hoax to gain fame and money. Many demanded that Anonymon be held accountable, and some people began to attempt to track down her true identity. Felt pressured to put out a second statement to try and curb some of the backlash, even going so far as to say, though it was significantly proven that Jan Doe Roottree is not a Roottree, this doesn't mean that her mother and Guy Hudson were not involved in an affair. She has every right to make her claim, as it had been verified that her stories about Guy Hudson were not exaggerated. Please leave their family alone. Well, you tried. Many people claim this high-profile anticlimax and public backlash was the beginning of the end, since much of the fun was the shared fascination about secret Roottrees. Others think that, like any fad, it had run its course naturally. Final notes, but every event related to the release and things has already been eliminated as a potential new Roottree by the company lawyers, who are the ones verifying your work. Anonymom's affair does not appear on your update tree. Okay, so she's not in that tree. But she does have an article, so I might as well grab her.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Let's see.
On News Times. The first and only mention of her phrase Anonymon News came after when they issued an apology for featuring her in the first place. Alright. Here we go again.
Can't click them, so that's good.
Yeah. Well, it's the lawyers have already confirmed she's not, so she's not in the 4 cases we're finding. This guy, while she was working as secretary, she and another woman were hired at the same time during a transition period. While many of the secretaries that had worked under Zach were already gone, she says that she says that she and the other woman were both underqualified as neither had typewriter experience. According to other staff members interviewed, Guy had his own requirements for hired women. Quotation marks around the requirements. Oh gosh. Guy liked to throw lavish parties, and the longer he was a president, the more excessive excuses he found. The anonymous woman persisted that these parties mostly seemed to be an excuse to have after parties at Guy's house, featuring much more alcohol and other substances. She claimed she slept with him at one of these parties. She confronted Guy when she found out she was pregnant. Guy didn't seem fazed, and they came to an agreement. He paid her a significant amount of hush money on a reoccurring basis under the table. She used it to move away and start a new life with her daughter. When Guy died, the money stopped coming, obviously, and she assumed things had run their course. She went back to work at the department store and hoped that nobody would ever look too closely at how she paid for her house. She told everyone that her daughter's father walked out one day and never came back. She claimed that after seeing the fantastic articles in the News Times, she realized that she wasn't the only one this happened to. While she never worked at Roottree Company at the same time as Five Pez's mother, Joanna, their story seemed eerily similar, and she knew Felix was telling the truth right away. Presented no tangible evidence of the anonymous woman's time at Roottree, and all of the payments were allegedly made in cash. However, using details that she proved to News Times, the reporters were able to reach out to the other woman hired at the same time, who also remained anonymous. They successfully fact-checked the timeline for both women and confirmed their existence of the infamous after-parties. Five Pez's case was strengthened, and the news story was so it was published. Okay, so Guy was throwing parties, raving parties, and caused problems.
Banging his assistants. Yeah.
Yeah, his secretaries, but yeah. I guess secretaries are assistants. Alright, what even are we gonna look at? And what's this one? You can open the envelope. You want to be extra sleuthy this time around. Please pay close attention to what you find and be sure to look to loose ends. Okay. Again, we've got a top secret envelope.
Yes.
Alright. Kind of already at a dead end.
Let's see. So the top ones are remained reminders.
Yeah.
That's one of our top clues.
What's the other book? Wait. A Life Between Wars. Oh, there's the revise. Okay. Gonna say.
Oh yeah, let's see what Chris Rafferty's up to, because he has a picture.
Oh right, yeah.
We can check his email maybe.
Give me your name. Does not.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you're looking up Clark?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, you said Chris,
Anything
didn't
good?
you?
I said Chris, but yeah, anything good on here?
There's an older version of this time.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah, it was
Because he
about.
wasn't president yet.
It was
Yeah.
about the band. That both Clark and Ron Roottree would be. Wait. In the early March of 1999, about 5 months ago, it was announced that both Clark and Ron would be taking over for what was essentially described as a transitional period in the aftermath of Six Pieces. After about 2 weeks later, the company released a press statement that thanked Ron for his work, but announced that Clark was the new permanent president. Most of the information about Clark you know already. Many description of him to focus on his advertising career, and that his mother was Lauren. Few seem to touch on his complex and volatile marital history. Has tried to remain out of the spotlight, but did have one noticeable foray into the public eye. He gained a lot of support when his first move was statements in favor of accepting Sam and her family. This also served as an announcement that the clan trust would no longer be handled. But oh yeah, he had a thing in Times, wasn't it?
Did he?
Not that one. Is it News Times? Nope. Business Watch? Business Watch. That was it. Wait, he has an older one? Oh, it's about the clans. Featured in Business Watch after the company took over. It seems that Ruby actually approached the Roottrees sometime in late March after the roottree riff, but well before roottree mania. As an accomplished but relatively low-profile lawyer, she offered to work for very little money, so long as she could be a public face to build her reputation. The family quickly jumped on this chance, as many family members often attempt to spend as little as possible to keep their share of the clan's trust as high as possible. After looking over the clan's trust more carefully than anyone had in years, Ruby came to the conclusion that Clancy Edwards' roottree implementation was not legally sound, and that there would be constant legal challenges without some modifications. The family decides to put her in charge of the trust, both legally and as a public face, to prevent further issues. Has been described as a mix between a law firm and a PR firm. Her first move was as sort of a trial run before she was even hired permanently, was to help them draft a public statement accepting Salmon's family, declaring that they'd begin to address the trust. This went quite well, and they officially hired her in early April. She's now in charge of many financial aspects of the company, including verifying any claims. Okay.
What did I look up? I got a clue from something.
Oh.
Let me hit back. On the internet, I searched Chris Raff 75 earlier, and a clue popped up in my thing.
Right, his thing. Hold on. Is this one? Oh,
no, it's in the reminder one. It tells you his
thank
email. Yeah.
I'm hitting all the wrong things. Nope, not that. Reminders, there you go.
Towards the bottom, I think?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. I searched him while you were looking up his dad, and got a clue from it. And also, there's a big webpage on him. I didn't read it yet.
Yeah. I hope he still gets to do art.
We'll find out.
Oh no! Gone are the art pictures of his cousin. Instead is a list of questions that people kept emailing him. The most relevant ones are following. Aw, man. I'm sad you had to get rid of your art, dude. Are you the son of Clark? Yes, but I didn't grow up with him. I remember him from when I was a little kid, but I moved away with my mom when I was young. We left Pennsylvania and moved back home to Virginia. We lived there with Petey, my stepdad. My dad and I spoke a few times when I found his phone number on a check he sent us in the mail when I was 15. He was happy to hear from me, and now he calls me once a month and comes to visit me at college. He tells me about things I don't remember and people like Guy Hudson and Ernie Mason. My dad and I get along, but obviously we aren't close. Sad, but good to hear he's doing his due diligence as a father. Good job on you, Clark. Did you ever meet them? I used to know the Roottrees, but never the sisters. I was in the office sometimes when I was a kid, and I definitely met Guy Hudson before he died, but I don't remember. My memory is weird. It's hard to know what I actually remember and what I only think I do because I have pictures. For example, I have a photo from when I was 5 in the office with my dad, and Guy was there. I made myself sick by eating chocolate, and some woman who I don't know cleaned my face. I don't know if my memories of that come from the picture or not. The photo has been added to evidence. How did you have proof? How did you have proof of Ernie's heart condition? I knew Ernie had a heart problem because my dad told me on one of our phone calls. I asked him about the poison because I saw it on the Roottree's Curse website, and he emailed some old stuff including the proof, but even with the proof, the website didn't take it down. You spelled fiance wrong. I'm not good at spelling or writing. I'm good at painting and other art. I'm going to school to learn how to edit movies. I want to make cartoons someday. Lulu is much better at spelling. Aw, cute nickname for his fiance. Alright. So that's him.
Oh yeah, we got that new clue. Let's see.
While they were distracted, he snuck into the supply of chocolate they wanted kept for visitors and tours. Chris did not know who the woman in the photo was, but she's probably one of the affair people. Alright, so you can put Chris's picture on him. Clark's picture on him. And once you verify Clark, Guy. Alright.
Wait, which one's Clark?
Clark is the one with the hair. I mean, the mustache. Right? The black hair, yeah.
And then Chris is the kid. And who's the red-haired guy? Is that another shot of Guy?
Yeah, but we haven't verified him, so.
Got you. Oh, how many do we need? We need 4, huh? Okay.
No, we might need only 3. Oh no, we need 4.
Dang, we got our work cut out for us here.
Yeah.
This is tough. Gotta find a foothold. So at least they give us this. So he has a first affair and a final affair that might give us like a
Timeline.
yeah. 1975 was his first one.
Oh, yeah, 1982. Which, I mean, that
So-
could be the son. Like Felix. Well, it's got a star. That's definitely Felix.
Oh, good catch. Is that the only? Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Felix.
okay. Because he's the only notable.
Fellows. Lauren. Oh, I do kind of like this. Like, you have to figure out the. I mean, I don't like it because, you know.
You can't brute force it as easily. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, where is? Oh, it's Joanne, not Lauren. Also, Fellows. Oh, would she be under her maiden name? Oh, shoot. What's her maiden name? Secretary. I'm assuming that's still the job. Oh, what was his dad too? Let's go back to the article. Did you tell us about your dad? The first few weeks, his president divorced, talked his hair. Oh,
So I guess
he was born Felix to Riley Fellows and Joanne Fellows. Let's search that and see. No. Was she mentioned in? I doubt. Oh. I mean, I guess I could try Joanne Fellows, but. Okay, well, I know he's Riley Fellows.
I put her as Fellows for now, and if
Yeah.
it doesn't trigger, then can change it.
Riley Fellows. Musician.
I put musician. I don't know if rapper's on there.
I don't think it would be. I think that'd be too
Just
picky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Musician. There we go. Third president. You said Fellows right now. I don't think it's gonna work because you need the maiden name. Okay.
Yeah, you're probably right. Maybe in some of his music he might say
Oh yeah.
his mom's maiden name. Do we look up any of his songs?
We haven't looked up any of his stuff yet. No.
Felix Fellows. So root of all evil.
Oh yes,
is-
I was gonna look that up, right?
Let's look that up. Let's see. It's his debut album.
Recorded of his mixtape before he became notable, but re-recorded with lyrics different and professionally production. All of Your Problems was the first and only single released, and that he'd retained them from celebrity lawyers to his family. To date, it doesn't seem like he's following through. Just gonna copy you for now. At first, the single didn't make much of a splash, but Whitlock, known for public stunts, paid thousands of teenagers a few dollars an hour to call and request the video on MTV, which increased its profile. MTV caught on and banned the video altogether, which in turn received national news coverage and made the song even more popular. As a lawyer with a history of since grandstand, still she managed to rack up quite a few legal. It was the mid-18 after suing a multiple sandwich company with whose. She became famous. I looked up the Stevie Whitlock. She became famous in the mid-1980s after successfully suing a multinational sandwich company whose 12-inch subs were actually averaging of 11.5 inches long. That since the company sold 1 billion sandwiches per year, that was enough missing sandwich to make a sub long enough to span from New York to Los Angeles. The jury awarded her partially $5,000, but the news coverage of her crusade turned out to be praiseless. Unfortunately, none of this seems related to the root trees. Alright, whoever took over the writing of this, because it's not the original writer, did a very good job of keeping, like, the comedy.
The tone of it, yeah.
Like this, the little slide, like this whole thing, slide comments and stuff like that. They're very good at that. Okay.
All your problems gets a clue.
The only new song, the subject matter of the song is those they claim money is evil. He points out that the only people who think money is evil are those that have it. Those that can afford not to be greedy. In the song, Trump talks about taking the rootree's wealth due to it being his birthright and giving it to those who need it most. Song, a specially looking website download it to your records. All right.
Nice.
Is it a rap
Oh,
song?
cool. Jewel case. So it doesn't say there are no hints in here, so let's read it carefully.
I'm also playing it, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I always play the songs if I can. Because they, hire somebody to sing it, so why not?
Forgot that it was there.
Man, y'all are hypocrites, sitting back in your massive estates, built from the cash that your ancestors gave you.
Kinda not really.
You somehow deserve it, based on your family's creations. Yo, but looky here, sonny, don't you come for our money, or you might burn bright in hellfire someday, like that Madsen chick and her two dads. My pappy's cleansing trust should keep you away. Yo, it's disturbing,
Madsen
catching
chick?
a sermon from a geezer who's never known hurt, but blurts out these claims that somehow we're sinners.
He's talking about Miracle.
Your worth it came free with your name. You expect me to treat your lectures on greed as some expert creed from he without blame. But instead, I turn my other cheeks and spread them. When you give me a kiss, you'll know just where to aim.
You say money
Who's the
is
name?
a root
Oh, it's probably Sam Madsen. Okay.
Let me take those problems away.
Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil.
I just heard knocking.
Small pursuits of real people.
Weird.
Your silver spoon feeds you the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burning spoons for the needle. So once more with
Yeah, same.
tell this poor tragic orphan how your mansions and Porsches are actually horrible. How I'm better off penniless. Craft
Nope. Okay. I checked and no.
actually extortion.
Nobody's there.
Yes, name.
It's just part of the song.
Yeah.
You wanna call me classless? I'm gangster from Portland, but I play that game.
I can't believe how long this song is.
Yeah.
Streets you reppin', a park place and boardwalk. Hypocrisy, monopoly is toppling. When I knock, have G's. Top off my pockets, please. Cause the same God that got to steal my mom from me is what he wants, right? For you to live in poverty. And if you're suddenly not eager to unhand that fortune, that's unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna have to take my portion, and I'll do it all legally. Class action, courtroom, decorum. I'm way past your fancy ass dormant.
You say money is a root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Bring the choir in.
You say
It's so weird that the knock is in that song. Stop it.
Yeah, it's messing with me.
let me take those problems away. You say money is a root of all your problems. Let me take those problems
I do like that. This is like a diss track to Miracle.
Whoever caused
Yeah.
us the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. Your silver spoon feeds you the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burning spoons for the needle. Whoever caused dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. Your silver spoon feeds you the world's
Is Sam's name Madison? Is Madison Sam? Is that her name?
Yeah.
Okay. No. Yes. Okay. Because he mentioned Sam Madison, so. Or
And her two
you might.
dads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Now maybe time to read it back without
Yeah.
the music, but it's like I didn't catch anything crazy in there.
I caught the
But
Madison
like you
thing, but
said,
yeah.
It's definitely like aimed at Miracle, like you said.
From a geezer who never knew no hurt. I don't like this name, who never knows hurt, but blurts out these claims that somehow we're sinners. Because, like, of all of them, Miracle did have health problems, so he did have some hurt. I mean, he's a terrible guy in this, considering how he's treating his other brother, but he did have some hurt. He did go through some stuff. Creed from whom? Okay. Tell this poor tragic orphan how you mansions and porches are actually horrible. How I'm better off penniless, gasping for morsels. How wanting my share that's actually extortion. You can.
Okay, I went back to the main menu, and it says all your problems doesn't have any magnifying glass next to it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if we already got whatever it had, but
I was hoping it'd maybe have like his mom's name, like the Jones song, but
yeah, that's what I was hoping too. Maybe just more like interviews with him or something. Name.
Oh wait,
5Ps.
freaking! There's the. Where's his name? What's his name?
5Ps.
Thank you. Nah, he wasn't on the Modern Monthly Music Monthly. Oh, maybe his other thing is? Nope. I would
Yeah,
think.
I don't know.
Still
Okay,
the
so the
best.
top one's the missing pages.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just search up Guy. That's probably got an update.
It's a good idea.
Had mostly faded from it, except for the fancy flavors debate. During Roottree Mania, he suddenly rose to prominence again after 5Ps appeared on cover holding Guy and his mother. A few people that exist adjacent to the company in the 70s have come forward with stories about debauchery and swinging parties. Guy liked to throw large holiday parties whenever he had an excuse and often got out very hand. This fact has led some people to speculate that the night he died in a car crash, he was drunk or impaired in some way. Oh, so he was the drunk driver. But the Butler County Police have released multiple statements and ample evidence that proved distinctly that it was not foul play and that no party had taken place. Okay. Tries the company in public. Alright. Oh. No, same article. Okay. I just talked about the fancy flavors. Okay.
It's gotta, so something about Cicely Sanchez. There's gotta be some thread to pull there.
Yeah, I think it's like trying to get a copy of the book.
Oh, right, she has an unreleased book, right?
Well, that too, but there was... appeared in a magazine article about the book she had been commissioned to write for Guy. Magazine and her were immediately issued a cease and desist, and they had no rights, and they were pulled from shelves. But it was sold at auction, so if we could see, I'm wondering if the article has the name of the book, and then maybe she published it under a pen name rather than her name. Like, oh, I'm gonna get a cease and desist. Let's just put it under, you know, a whatever name. But no, eBay does not exist. Amazon? No.
No, this world would make up their own one. Do you know what I mean? They'd have their own.
Actually, let's... No, I didn't want to do that.
We already looked in Piketty for her, right? Or did we?
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna look up her name for news and see if that maybe has something. Announced that they would be pulling their issue following. Oh wait.
What's that?
What's the freaking conspiracy theory website we saw before?
Oh, that's such a good point.
Ah.
Here, search Chris's email, but go to the old page, I bet.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta go find his email again.
I think he was the one who was...
I mean, yes, he was the one that fought it, so I just gotta find his email again because I didn't save
Chris
it.
Raff 75. Show older. Okay.
Not noticeable events. Yeah, just... There it is. I don't want to misspell it, so I just...
it's not under his email. Where the hell did we find that before?
Hold on. It might be in the Ernie Mason. Oh, come on. Oh, it's not spelt right. It's not Madsen.
Huh? Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is Madsen. Okay.
It might be Ernest. This might be the issue.
Yeah, it's probably Ernest, and it might be also Junior. Ernest, E-R-N-E-S-T. Junior. Okay. What is going on? Okay, fine. We'll just use this freaking list.
Where did we see that? What were we looking up when we caught that? It was something about a conspiracy.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, was it a curse? Was there a curse?
Yeah, it was the curse. I was looking at the old page.
Oh, there's so if you search the curse, there's a new article about it.
Oh, okay. Ah,
Without the, yeah, there you
without the
without
roottree.
the S, yeah.
I always do that. Freaking. Came across. Later, the page still exists and is thriving. The visitors counter has reached 7 digits. Many old articles have been replaced. It seems that the recent uprising in routine news has left Thomas with a constant stream of events to base new theories on. More than one of his theories involves Rootree's death after deaths being faked. According to Oliver Overwood, statistically, when you have this many high-profile people who have died in a family, the odds are that one of them faked their death. It's just math. This newfound focus on death faking seems to coincide with a post mentioning that he's begun believing that Guy's not dead theory. In his own words, my eyes have been opened. All of this is beginning to make too much sense. One of his posts details the belief that Ron Roottree is still in charge. Gwen died, was faked, and that Clark is only there to throw people off. Apparently, this allows Ron to travel to France to develop their new candy recipes in secret. I do want to look up Ron after this. Another is that the rapper 5Ps, he can't possibly be Roottree, one of his family's first album songs when he was performing under the... Oh, right, it was Davey... actually mentioned that he wants to have sex with his cousin. Well, he didn't know they were related. Not even Sam is spared. According to Overwood, the author of Six Piece isn't real. Sam Mason is an anagram for Am Madness. They purposely leave hints for us. He claims that by using Six Piece with Lauren Rootree's book as a one-time pad, he has begun to decrypt a cipher. Most of the cipher has seemed meaningless, but he manages to pick out the words people and vastness and is working on figuring out what it means. There's also a request at the bottom. Next year is a new leap year, and Overwood is looking for funds and volunteers to catch the Rootrees red-handed in Operation RT-29. He's been recommended not to volunteer if you ever drunk Spirit Cola, but doesn't go into why.
There's so many things to look up in this stupid article.
There is. I wish we could save stuff, but...
Like, queue stuff up, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could
Guess you
just...
use notes for that.
You can just put it onto the notebook we have that I'm not using. So I'm looking
Let me know
up
if you
Ron
find
for a
anything
second.
in Ron. Yeah.
Most articles were telling of basic details, some veer into heavy speculation based on the articles about Ron in Business Watch. He wishes to discuss. Instead, he hopes to release a movie about it someday. Gwen died in Paris, France. He and his brother Robbie have seemingly made amends.
Oh, okay. Good. I have to search for her then. Or maybe search for her quick.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's no...
Oh, I hate when it does that. Ugh.
I gotta go back now. Oh, it's just here. Right. Her biggest roles were in guys like us. She died in Paris, France about 3 weeks ago. After leaving Hollywood, she made no effort to stay in the limelight, and most obscure obituaries tend to focus on her larger roles, guys like us. She's known about her death, except that it was announced that she died peacefully in her sleep while being treated for sudden severe case of pneumonia. Before that, she had apparently been in relatively good health, according to her friends and family in Paris. She was 67.
There's a lot of cases so far of women suddenly dying.
Suddenly dying.
I don't know if it's a coincidence or...
Alright, I want to look up that that Gwen is... Guy's not dead.
Yeah, that's gonna be good, I feel like.
Oh gosh, there's something printed. Oh no. Seems to stem from a website that focuses on... There's so much printing going on!
This is a jackpot.
It's a good thing we remember this conspiracy site.
Yeah, good call. Good call, dude.
Focusing on clues that the root trees have supposedly hid all over the place. This includes on candy wrappers, in print advertisement, in television commercials, in their jingles, etc. The story, according to the website, is that Guy Hudson was a terrible president of the Root Tree Company. Fair. And introduced multiple failed products. Fair. Something needed to be done that would put the company immediately and instantly back in favor of the consumers. So they killed off Guy Hudson and replaced him with a new president, which was Ernest. This move immediately garnered sympathy, and the company recovered the next year, more popular than ever. That's not because they were sad about Guy, it's because Ernest was good at his job! He was taught by Zach! My gosh! Ugh!
I'm actually feeding into this. I think this is legit, maybe.
I mean, it might be, but still, the reason people came back to the company was because Ernest was good at his job. He learned from the second guy. He learned that's the thing, Sam's son learned for a while under Zach, and then they just gave it to Guy instead because they didn't like Sam's family. He learned and taught. Of course it's gonna be better because of him. Alright. Sorry.
No, you're good. Get it out.
The next president stayed much further out of the limelight, and some people even theorized that he was simply Guy Hudson in his elaborate disguise, which is why he stopped appearing in public. So they killed off Guy to let Guy keep running it? What is this conspiracy theory? The people who are on the side, the people who are running the site are asking for help. They're certain that there's a clue to all of this that accidentally leaked in a banned article from the magazine. They got the thing! On their page is a scan of the magazine's cover, the interview with Cicely about Guy Hudson, and some photos. You can add them to... That's what's printed out. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
That's what we were looking for. That's fantastic. Okay, so did it combine them? Yeah, it combined them with the fish page.
All right, there's Zach, there's Guy, and another lady. Sorry, I looked at the photos first. It's from a magazine interview with the issue of the magazine that comes pulled from the cells, managed to find online. Not labeled, it's indigenous homes. Both photos were included under the label. Cicely was provided with these photos by the Root Tree Company for use in her book. Well, that's a lie. Guy Clark. There's a Christmas tree. There's another woman here. Oh, she looks like a secretary. Alright.
You can take a picture of her.
Yeah. She's probably one of the people.
So, who's in this one? We've got...
I'm assuming this is Clark here. So that might be...
Clark? Really?
I don't know. Hold on, let me look up the other...
Photos.
No, I don't think it's Clark, actually.
Piketty. It might be the guy who does Piketty. Piketty does not label its individual photos. Both photos were instead Cicely.
Put Zach's other picture
I mean,
back.
that's got to be Cicely in the middle.
But she was provided the pictures. That's what she's claiming anyways.
Oh. Damn.
So, okay. So, it actually... Huh. So there's actually one of the husbands or spouses, whatever. Two of the spouses have a picture. So that actually might be one of the, because Guy has a person, right? So it's a girl, and then they're, the 1, 2, 3, not the middle one, but the one right to the right of it, has a person as the, female, and then they have a split up, and that person has a picture. So it's probably that. That's probably where that person goes. That guy.
Oh, yeah,
Like, I don't know his name or anything like that, but that's probably...
he broke up their marriage.
Yeah, probably. Or, like, you know, whatever, they split up before the affair, but that's probably...
We can confirm it with the time if we know when that was taken in Christmas, but it doesn't say...
Yeah, but we also don't know who the girl is. Or her job. I mean, she's probably a secretary, but, like, we don't have any confirmation for that. I was just saying that that's probably where that... Like, that's what that guy is. He's probably not a roottree or anything.
Fair.
Alright. I'm gonna leave the girls for now. Just leave them for right now. Can we picture in the back? No, I can't. Okay. Alright, let's read this article. She has been hired to write a... Yeah, she has been hired... She was hired to write a book. So she's not one of the people. She was hired, and she's a ghostwriter. You have claimed to have been paid a significant amount of money to write a book about the Roottrees, Guy Hudson. He was the president for a short period at the end of 1970, right? Yeah, I met him on New Year's Eve, actually. The last night of 1978.
That is her.
Oh, it might be? I haven't fully read. Hold on. Guy liked to throw big parties. I was just coming off of Changed Man and looking for my next project. When his wife learned who I was, she invited me to the party and they cornered me to talk about a book. That was the first time anyone recognized me for my work. I'd finally made it. The book they asked me to write sounded great, but then none of the stuff that made him interesting was allowed to stay. Chop, chop, snip, snip. Anything with even the slightest threat to Guy's image ended up gonzo. Oh, his wife asked him to? What was the stuff that made him interesting? At his core, Guy was not complicit. In fact, I think I could boil him down to two traits. First, he wants to be seen as the second coming of the great Elias Roottree, which failed. And second, he'd never be satisfied living the life needed to be seen that way. He had his fortune and good looks, and he really liked to exploit that to pick up women. But he couldn't let anyone else know, so it cost him a lot to cover it up. That was the only interesting aspect of Guy. He was James Bond trying to convince people he was Mr. Rogers, I guess. Mr. Rogers, really. Maybe that's not the best metaphor, but Elias Roottree was boring as all heck and all about family. Guy did everything he could to be seen that way. After I submitted my first draft, he sent me this garbage book, The Roottree Legacy.
Oh, that's
with Elias on the cover.
Oh.
The last time he and I ever had switched out his orange suit for the same green one Elias wore. Hold on. Sorry, I'm gonna stop reading for just a second. Okay, so... Okay, interesting. Oh, so now we can put a timeline to the pictures. Because, like, in the Chris Rafferty, in The Office, he's in the green suit, but in the two before it, he's not.
Got you.
Okay, sorry. Okay. And remember fancy flavors? Guy knew that part of Elias's legacy was the 5 pieces flavors. So that's what Guy was trying to do. Caviar was a disaster here, but it was actually somewhat popular in Brazil for whatever reason. In Christmas 1979, he went to Brazil to open the Roottree Brazil factory. Guy was always hopping around the world trying to recreate that success. So I'm copying that because I'm looking at it. So how come the book never came out? It's complicated. I had an out in my contract. Surprisingly, Guy signed a contract my lawyers wrote without running it by anyone in his legal department. I could pull my name off the book at any time, but Guy still got the content. After I left, it probably got a lot harder to convince any real publishers to give it their time. Interview continues on the next page. Oh, there's another page. Okay, I didn't see that. He was the president, right? Do you know why he never released it himself? If I had to guess, his family was very wisely put a stop to it. Mid-1981, month after I had already moved on, he called me back and showed me a final draft. Do you know how expensive it is to publish one copy of a book?
Okay, so pause for a second.
Mm-hmm.
So 1981, and the last time she saw him was
in 17.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So...
So I'm just quickly going a side rant of the Brazil. Brazil seems to assess. You do some amount of information about it. Okay, there's a lot of information here. We'll leave it for now. I mean, she could be one of the people. She could not be. We don't know yet.
Oh, as in, did she sleep with him?
Mm.
I was thinking it was the other lady in that photo, But he does have his hands like all around her. Maybe he did try to
Well,
mess with her. But if he did, the point is that.
well, this might.
Go
Does it say?
Doesn't say who's
Yeah.
who.
So yeah, but in this it says the lady, Cicely, the writer, was provided these photos supposedly, right? So it might not be her. It might just happen to be a Christmas event.
But she describes in the next document that she met him on New Year's Eve.
Well, yeah, but he has he liked throwing parties, so he had multiple Christmas parties.
You don't. Why would they mention that detail if it wasn't corroborated by the photo? It just seems like a weird coincidence. That would be like, here's the.
Well, because the thing is, like, the only people we're gonna get photos of are part of these affair cases. And from how she's talking in the interview, she doesn't seem to be one of the affair people. The author doesn't.
Okay, so but if it's a red herring, then it's not a good one because of your logic. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you're yeah.
No, I think the photo is of one of the affair partners. I just don't think the photo is of the author.
Seems like a weird decision to have her in the next thing you read to be like, I met him in an orange suit on New Year's Eve. I don't know.
Well,
We can just agree to disagree.
No, she said the last time he and I had ever met, he had switched out of his orange suit for the green ones. So in that Christmas picture, he's still in the orange suit.
Wait, say, oh my god.
The last time he and I met, he had
Oh, you're right. I'm
he'd
wrong.
ever switched
Okay.
out of his orange suit. So yeah, he switched out. So that picture wouldn't have been the last time they met if that was a thing.
If that is her, it wasn't the last time. Okay, nice. Good call. Good call.
All right. It had my name on it in big, shiny, embossed letters. Oh, so there is a copy of this book. Like all problems in his life, throwing money at me was his attempt to win me back. Oh, nope, you're right. We just didn't go far enough. But it had half the page counts and the narrative was torn to bits. No thanks. The dinner was good. Imported steak that likely cost as much as a month of my mortgage. And we all got pretty drunk. He sent his mistress, Susie something. Hold on. Sorry, I'm gonna
Holy shit.
grab that and put it in the notebook. Susie something. Okay. Into the bathroom to proposition me. Poor girl. I remember her from our trips overseas. She was too good for him. Anyways, he died soon after, and that was the last it ever came up. What can you tell us about the family? Any insight into the scandals of the recent books? I actually haven't read it. I just skimmed the section on guides to see why people are suddenly calling me up to ask about the man. I'd say she did well for what she had to work with. She only had rumors, whereas I spent time tailing him. Sometimes he knew, sometimes he didn't. He invited me to join them when dealing with roottree Brazil, but I actually had people on him when he went to Australia, France, and China too. When he met with someone, I'd figure out who they were and how they were involved. Doubly so if the meeting happened when he didn't want me to be around. Despite his best efforts, I got the whole truth, including things that even his family never knew. For example, the daughter of his business partner in Australia, I think her name was Robin, he and she definitely spent a few nights together that he didn't want his family to know about, but I did. Okay, so hold on, grab that too. More things Dad's in his notebook.
Yup.
Alright, Madsen got things wrong? Sam mentioned guys' affairs and treats them like most people would logically think to treat them. Like the infidelity was a problem for Patricia. When his wife first approached me, though, it wasn't to talk, if you get my meaning. On paper and in public, it was a marriage like any other, but in reality, it was more of a mutual beneficial agreement. They both got what they wanted out of it, the same thing. Okay, so that makes it a little bit better.
So they were swingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
like I said, I don't care that you have a lot of adult fun time or anything like that. It's just the cheating thing that I don't like about it. Like that's why I don't care about like poly groups. It's like they're all consenting and talking, so whatever. It's just the cheating.
But he's still a narcissist and a liar.
Oh yeah, no. Like if he was not telling these girls about each other, then it's still cheating.
And that's right. He preys on his assistants as well.
Yeah, so he still has problems,
Okay.
but you know,
Yeah.
at least it wasn't the cheating. I mean, it's still bad, but at least he wasn't also cheating, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? I'm assuming I only have to spell it out so you can get it in writing for your readers. Women. Patricia. Aw, that stinks that she had to be with him to be with girls. Alright. Patricia enjoyed the company of women, and the swinger scene made that more accessible. I told her I wasn't interested in her and Guy. I found out later that if I had said yes, her next question would have been whether or not her husband actually had to be there too. Guy, on the other hand, was seen in a traditional marriage, and at the same time could bed any woman that found him charming. I can assure you that was exactly the type of marriage he was interested in. Okay, so she wasn't one of the affair people. Got it. He was trying to win her back with the book, but it didn't work.
But they did try to make a pass at her, and she
Yeah.
didn't sleep with him. Okay.
Yeah, but they did ask. Sorry, I'm adjusting myself. Ugh, so I can stretch out my legs.
All right. There's a ton of shit in there.
Yeah.
Um.
There we go. Oofda. Actually, it's only got 2 clues, but we got the names of 2 people. I also.
But so I do still think that she met him on New Year's Eve. No, I don't know. I'm still.
So she
I still
said
think that
she said
that
she
might
turned
be
them
her, but-
down. Yeah, I mean it could be her, but
Yeah.
I don't think so because she said she turns them down. And I'm assuming anyone we're gonna get pictures of, like face that we can take pictures of, are gonna be like the fair people. I mean that might be my assumption, but like.
Well, she could go in another part of the tree. She might, you know what I mean? She might be
With somebody else of the family?
With somebody else in the roottree family. Yeah.
None of the other ones are really close enough for that. There's the 1949, which is way off,
Oh, you're
and
so right,
1998.
yeah.
I mean, I guess she could
Well-
maybe be in the family update, but she's not in the original family, so.
Yeah. Huh. Anyway, it's curious that we might have a picture of her, but
Yeah.
it might not be. Odds are it actually isn't of her, but it's so weird for her to mention that she met him like the time that they met. I don't know, that's so specific. And she talks about the color of his suits, and I don't know.
I think the reason for the colors of the suits is just so we can figure out the order of his pictures. Because like we have the 2 photos from the book where he's in an orange, but the Chris Rafferty picture from In the Office, he's in the green.
Right, so we know that that's one of his later affairs.
Yeah,
That
so we
lady,
can kind of
that
like
lady that's stabbing his. Oh, and she has a tattoo on her wrist. I don't know if that is relevant, but that's got to be.
it's a flower. Interesting. I mean, that might be like somebody will be like, "Oh yeah, I didn't meet her, but she had a tattoo or something like that."
Or her name is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Laura or something like that. Who knows? Huh. Interesting.
But yeah, I think that was purely for like a situation of like, this is the order the pictures are in. So when we get 4 pictures of Guy, because it looks like we get 4 of them on the board. He's got the 1 and then he's got the 3 others there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's got 5 affair people, but like there might be one that's not a picture. But like, so, you know, we see 4 girls in a picture and then we can just eliminate, process of elimination kind of situation. Which I think the girl at the party is the one with the husband that gets a picture. So, I think I know where she is, but I don't know her name or anything about her.
I think that's fair to place her there for now.
Yeah, I think she's.
And then.
Yeah.
And then what? One of the 2 afterwards, or even the next one, has to be the green one, if that's true.
Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe actually
Logically.
Because there's a girl in that picture with him, right?
There's one that he's looking at, and then there's one in the background. And I
Yeah.
mean,
So
what
I'm
does his
thinking.
wife look like?
I
What is
don't
his
think
wife?
that's we don't have a picture of her wife, and she doesn't get a picture
Oh.
added on. So what I'm thinking is we actually have all the pictures of all the women. Because if we've got 5 pieces mom, which is 1, the 2 women in that page, the blonde in the other, and then the brown-haired. So I think we right now have all 5 people. And we only then get 4 pictures of him because we've got 4 pictures of him right now. So I think we've got all the women in the pictures. We just don't know the order, except we know that this one from the blue hair is probably the last one. So I'm gonna put her there. She's probably the final one.
Yeah, since that's the only one with him in the green suit.
Yeah.
And
then we
put
just
her
don't know
there,
the
yeah.
blonde and the other one at all from the 2 parties. Like, we don't know those 2. I mean, we could probably make an edgy guess, but it's not a big deal right now. But yeah, so I think we've got all the pictures for him. So we do know that the daughter of Australian company. I'm sorry, I'm reading through the Brazilian company one right now at the same time as we're talking all this.
Oh, weird. I have to look that up. Did you get anything for that, or
nothing printed? I'm just looking through to see if there's anything like the boss or anything. After newly elected local named Edison Soares heard that they were planning a new factory. I'm gonna see if you are important. Oh no. But yeah, we don't know that he supposedly had something to do with the Australian split off. So we can look up that in a bit too.
Oh, Robin. Yeah, the Robin business partner.
Yeah, and then there's also the S name, Susie or whatever.
Susie was one of his mistress. That's what.
Yeah, she said mistress. So yeah.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Did not want it there. The roottree visited Brazil around Christmas to break ground on projects. Since then, however, it has been operating relatively smoothly, except for 2 incidences. The first was the Rhone, 1982. And the second was an unsuccessful strike in 1995 that involved all the factory workers being replaced. The factory was originally built and run according to paperwork at the time by a small company called I'm not even trying the Spanish. Sorry, I'm not good at languages. Which literally translates to New Brazil Candy Corporation. This company no longer exists. Not much information has ever existed about it, and the rootrees now run Roottree Brazil entirely. Okay, let's look up him. You find a dissertation published by a college student as part of their PhD in history. Focuses on the rise of democracy in Brazil. It seems up until 1988, Brazil was run by the military, and the politics during this time were often a hotbed for corruption and nepotism. Tales of a few politicians of the time, including Edson Soares, is a former mayor of a place, Avalagos, Brazil. Before politics, he was a manager at an automotive manufacturing plant for a major American car company. He was put in charge of Algarves by the military government in 1973. As a mayor, he used his manufacturing background and knowledge of American business to establish new factories, and other business ventures in the area. This has 2 side effects. First, he became quite rich. Second, many locals were forcefully relocated. Boo! This did not make him popular mayor, and what the paper speculated was a move to counteract this unpopularity. His wife, Sonia, was discreetly put in charge of a television called. He often used this connection to ensure supporters would appear on local television supporting his beliefs and defeated in the first election after the military government was no longer in control. After his election loss, he quickly left town. It is not known where he's gone, but he likely fled to stay alive. Okay, hold on. What was this other event? The
Incendio de Bordo. It doesn't really seem to have anything.
To Maple Fire in 1932, the factory was deliberately attacked in a case of clear arson. Brought under control after destroying about 2/3 of the production floor, and local claimed that their air smelled like a mix of burning plastic and maple syrup. Oh, sounds like the frickin' Boston maple flood. Not maple. Not maple.
The Marathon Bomber.
No, it's an older one. They had a frickin'
9/11.
No, they had a huge... Boston literally had a huge frickin' tub that's like 60 feet high of... Oh, frick, it makes rum. What makes rum?
What makes rum?
Yeah, what do you ferment rum to make rum?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, frick.
I'm sorry, I'm not playing dumb anymore.
No.
I was goofing with you at first, but I don't
No,
actually
I'm
know.
trying. Yeah, I know.
what
I'm
you're
trying
talking
to
about.
think of. I'm getting on a tangent, so it's not a big deal.
Is it just sugar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sugar cane? Molasses?
Oh, thank you. That's it. The molasses flood. Oh, gosh darn! I couldn't think of what it was.
There you
Frickin'
go.
Boston molasses flood. It's like that. It was a real thing. They had like a tub of 60 feet, and it broke and like flooded the city, and like took
Jesus.
like a week to fill up, and like it was like a flood and like tidal waves of molasses coming down streets to attack people.
2.3 million gallons.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was pretty big.
That's incredible. I never heard about that.
Yeah.
Despite being from Massachusetts. Okay.
Sorry, it's just the air smelt like burning plastic and maple syrup because it's like that flood. Everything smelt like molasses for a while afterwards. So.
All right, so our best bets are still notable events and reminders. Like, what the heck? How could that be?
Hold on. Is this? I doubt it. Oh, not that one. Nothing in there. Okay, cool.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we were gonna look up that Robin lady, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because she was.
Oh no, we don't know how to look her up.
No, I was trying to think of like. Because she mentions Australia, and then it was business partner in Australia. So Australia. Oh, maybe it. Oh, because it's root. So it's probably roottree Australia. Yeah.
Nice job.
Because it was roottree Brazil, so it's probably the same thing. And just remember, it is developed a part of the Root Trees Everywhere initiative in summer of. Oh, there's a Root Trees Everywhere initiative. Okay, we're gonna put that in the notebook for later. According to his history website of Root Trees, Charles Martin, who owned a company that licensed licorice in Australia, was tapped to run the Root Tree oppression after he impressed the American leadership of the Root Tree Company at the time. It did have success, but only in certain regions. The manufacturing leg of the company shuttered in 1992 after the death of Martin, and Root Tree now serves as an importer and distributor. Alright, Charles Martin, it's probably your daughter.
Probably.
Martin's licorice bullets. Most of his history is unrelated to root trees. However, in 1979, he helped to visit the thing. He used his own wealth to build a new factory, and they distributed the maple trees through the same methods he had already been using to previous. A website about Australia's commercials mentioned that he had a very unusual business agreement with the main root tree company in that the U.S. Much like how the clans distributed the profits from the Root Tree Company evenly to the Root Tree family, the profits of the Root Tree would split 50-50 between the American Root Tree Company and Martin himself, for him to do with as he wishes. This made Martin very, very wealthy, but also led to many cost-cutting measures meant to increase the profits as much as possible, especially toward the end of Martin's life in early 1990s. Root Tree Company gained a poor reputation in Australia, and sales suffered immediately. Charles Vash was passed along to his daughter, Robin Martin, who sold both businesses at first opportunity. Yeah, no wonder. Oh gosh, so I looked her up. Is featured in the many of the top 100 wealthiest women in the world list. She owns a private island off the coast of Australia where she reportedly has her own exclusive retreat. She has no husband, and there was a widely circulating rumor somewhere in the mid-70s that she had a medical procedure to ensure she never would have children. You find a joke on a site called Edgy Jokes that implies she's quite promiscuous and has a punchline involving Robin's eggs. For what it's worth, Martin seemed to lean into the rumors. In the 80s, she once showed up at a charity function with 3 very attractive men, each wearing a shirt that simply said, "Satisfied Partners" on it. Okay, well, you do you, girl. Business? I don't think she counts as Business Watch. Oh, wait, hold on. She is in Business Watch. Apparently sold off the father's assets in 1992, the year after he died, which combined with her inheritance immediately catapulted her to an almost unimaginable level of wealth. The writer at Business Watch, who is assigned to report on this news, seemed to disapprove of this move immensely. While the article does touch on the announcements of who took over the licorice division as well as what was to become the maple candy factory, the entire text seems to be dripping with contempt that someone who would be willing to dismantle and gut such a successful company to earn a quick buck. The article ends with a dig at Robin's personality, life, and lack of traditional values. But who am I to judge? Maybe she sold it to ensure a better future for her own children. Oh, wait. Man. I'm not happy with that. Alright, oh, they said that she's... Darn it, I was really hoping that would frickin' give me an image of her. Another image of her. Okay,
She went to a charity function.
Yeah.
So this seems to be the big nugget here. In the 70s, she had a medical procedure to ensure she would never have any children.
Mm-hmm. The lyrics about the band. You too, for whatever reason. Sorry, I was looking up the random quoted things.
Must be a joke that I don't get.
So she... Wait, when did it say that she had the... Mid-70s.
Mid-70s.
She could be any one of these three other girls then. Except for the one with the husband.
3? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, no, I guess... yeah, it is 2, because I don't think she has a husband. Like, they would have mentioned if she had a husband, I feel. At some point in all of this searching, you know?
Yeah, no, it specifically said she didn't.
Well, she didn't want kids, but it didn't mention anything about a husband, did it?
I thought it said something like she was alone and liked it that way.
Oh, yeah, she has no husband. Yeah. So that's...
Yeah.
So she can't be the third one. So she's one of those other 2 girls.
But she has... So, I don't... Is that just like a red herring kind of thing? Because it said she got her tubes tied.
Yeah.
And both of those people had kids, right?
Well, what I'm wondering is, like, she got her tubes tied after this whole thing with roottree.
Oh, yeah, she didn't want to deal with it again.
Yeah, kind of situation.
That could be. Well, okay, so mid-70s then, like... Yeah, it could be either one, I guess. But it makes more sense that it's the one without the kid. But we don't have a picture of her. Or do we?
Wait, there's none that don't have a kid. Every single one of them have a kid. Oh,
Sorry, I meant to say spouse. But hold on, if we go to that picture where they're in front of the Christmas tree, that could be her dad. Right? So like the one in front of the Christmas tree, Piketty photo number 1.
Yeah.
That's the lady that we thought was... that I was saying might be Cicely. But that could totally be her and her dad.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
Oh, that lady is the same tattoo. Nice
Yeah.
catch.
So, this lady is that lady, so that means that this folder... Oops. This picture is before this... or is after this picture, so it goes... This one, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Which is fine, which is good because we have that lady where she belongs then. That's like proof.
Yeah, but if we have her there, then that means the guy is her husband.
What's that? No, sorry. It's the lady up top, the last affair. It means that we have that correct. Is all I was saying.
Yeah.
But I'm now leaning towards that's Robin in that picture, and then that's her dad.
But that also does mean that I got it wrong that we do not have all 5 women.
Yeah.
That stinks.
I'm gonna check. Well, I mean, we can check it right now. Actually, like this will be our 4th person. So, what's the dad's name?
But No, because the thing says split up. It's not
Oh,
husband,
you're
but it
totally-
has to
yeah,
not
you're-
be. It cannot be a
Her
relationship like
dad,
her father.
yeah, you're right. Fuck, I got so excited.
I know.
All right, that's not her. But then,
I think Robin specifically is the one on the bottom without any relationships officially.
yeah, you're probably right.
Because she doesn't have a husband, but I don't think she'd be the type to be like, yeah, this is who I'm with, break up, be with Guy. Well, what's his
Yeah,
name?
I'm. This is why I'm bad at these games. Is I can get carried away with a theory, like just like that, drop of a hat.
Well, it's good that I'm here then to balance it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
What would you say her job is? CEO?
I don't know what her job would be. I was just putting in her name right now. That's maybe CEO. We don't know for sure which one she is though. Cuz we don't know for sure she's the blonde.
No, I think we don't have a picture of her.
Yeah.
I think I was on to something, but if it's not her and her dad, then I don't think we have a picture of her.
Yeah, I think the blonde is the second one. Cuz Guy's still Zach is still around.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
So she's definitely the first I mean the first besides the, you know, the picture
Besides
picture.
Joanna, yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely the first. And so I think the blonde is the second first. We're missing a third picture of Robin herself, and then we have the other two ladies. Oh, that would make sense because then the picture of Robin is probably like in a magazine.
Yeah,
But
but we searched the periodicals, didn't we?
I'm wondering. We did, but I'm wondering if Australia has its own newspaper company.
Magazine or
Magazine.
something. I searched Roottree Australia in Business Watch. I didn't get anything though. So it mentions that Charles Martin met with legal and leadership teams from Roottree in late 1977. They came to an agreement and broke ground on a new factory in 1978.
History website? Nothing there, okay. Yeah. Charles Martin. A website about commercials. Commerce. Very unusual business agreement. Let's look at this first. Nope, it just follows the same thing as well. Dang it. We got a nice jump and then it just all fell apart again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Business One mostly focused on American. I looked up the licorice bullets, but the expansion of Ruin did create a bit of a blip
Same one
in
I
1978. Oh, okay. Richie is excited to begin a new adventure down under. We're extremely impressed with Martin and feel like and the family and Charles' family is also impressed with us, especially Donna. Impressed us, especially his daughter. We'll know she'll continue to steer the ship just as Elias Rootree's family continues to do so here in the... Are they suggesting that she's a lawyer?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Just because Elias... Oh, no, I guess Elias is the grandfather, isn't it?
He's president, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of Elias C. Who is a lawyer, so... Oh, no, he's advertising. Never mind, I was mixing him up with Edward.
One of the brothers is a lawyer, so
Yeah.
I get you.
So our number one is still... Oh, the start here, that makes sense. And the reminders. actually, it's up here. Alright, let's just start looking at these. Then older. Okay. So I went back to start here and I'm just gonna look at the, like, cover title things. 6-piece, Unwrapping America's Sweetest Family. Hold on, I do want
Oh, yeah.
I
May
want
as
to
well
look
search for that, right?
up in the public library, yeah. Oh, there is a picture thing. Earliest games about, as well as the Sam's family, father, Edward Clance Roottree, and John Miller. You help verify her story, so much of the book's core contains contents are familiar. That said, Sam has some sections on other family secrets and rumors. Much of it didn't matter to the primary purpose of the book, and some of it is new to you and may be important to your new research. This section has been added to your notes.
Cool. Good catch.
Alright. Sam's book has a few different passages about her own history with the company and the rumors and gossip she collected during that tenure. She ran the farm for a period starting around 1968, after the death of Elias, until her daughter Gwyneth took over in 1984. Sorry, I'm just looking. Alright, so the first two have to be the old man himself. The family man has to be the first one. The 1921 one has to be. And then the possible infidelity 2 is probably one of the 5 pieces. Which actually might be Miracle. Now that I'm remembering. Right.
I had my microphone off. I don't know for how long. I apologize.
No, you said good catch for the book, and that's it.
Okay.
Alright, hold on. Alright, let me put their names in, and that might pop us some stuff. Hold on a second.
Where did you get that? Oh, there it is. Okay, the top hat picture. Elias Roottree, first president.
And Miracle. Roottree Miracle. Where are you, Roottree? Miracle. Miracle, and then what is he? Oh yeah, he's a preacher. Oops. Preacher.
Okay, we didn't get anything though. So does that mean we suck?
It might mean we're wrong about these, but I'm gonna keep. Yeah, because it would have. It definitely.
We have.
It should have
We
definitely
have
popped.
5, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so it should have definitely popped if we got all of. Oh wait, is he the third president, or is he the? Yeah, he's the third.
He's the
president.
third,
Okay,
yeah.
Just making sure. Wait,
Could-
what? Wait. Oh no, it wouldn't have.
Oh,
mattered.
is she not a secretary?
She might not have been. She might, because she was doing something else before she died and overdosed. She doesn't have rapper, right? No, rapper is.
Yeah, you're right. She was a cashier, wasn't she, when she died?
I think she'd be counted as retail.
But that didn't. That didn't
still
work.
pop. No. Yeah, he's a
So.
preacher. Okay, we'll keep. I'm just gonna.
Oh, it's because we don't have her last name.
Oh, well,
That's
yeah.
why.
Still, but we have. We should still have. Oh, I didn't put in Guy's name. That's probably why it's not popping for me.
Well, I have Guy's name in.
I didn't. Oh wait, where's Guy? Guy. Wait.
Type G. Yeah.
There you go. Guy Hudson. Okay, still didn't pop then. Alright. Portrait. They will be locked in. All other. Is it because it's not the right picture?
Oh, they wouldn't do that, would they?
I'm just gonna check quickly because we got 4 pictures of him. No, it doesn't seem to matter for that. Okay, just making sure. Wait. Yeah, okay, it was David! I knew it! Okay! The rapper's name is David Fellows, not Felix.
Oh, because of his stupid Davy Devil.
Yeah.
Alright, good catch.
And we were, yep, Miracle is freaking one of the affair people!
Nice job. Nice catch on Felix.
But she's not, oop, there's the door. She's not retail either. Oh, hi,
Has
Sam.
Clark reached out to you?
Yes, Sam.
No, we just
Let
need
me
we
give
just
you
need
a
her
short
last name.
history lesson
That's what we
about
need.
the last few months of my life. 3 different people contacted me. claiming that somewhere in their history they might be root trees. First, that young man, the rapper. I ignored that one. He seemed dubious. But then I saw the news. I felt terrible. So I began helping the others.
Fair.
Because my doubts with Felix were so misfounded, I ended up putting too much faith in the second person that approached me. I went to the media prematurely. I admit my mistake there.
Glad to see you're doing well, Sam,
But
by the
third
way.
person who contacted
Yeah,
me
deteriorating. She
also
looks
had
fine.
No, that was the
Before
author.
I could help, the company got to them somehow.
That was Laura, the author. That's Clark's mom. This is not Clark's mom.
Oh,
The
gosh,
fact
you're
that
right.
the
Lauren
family
is the one
silence
who's...
them doesn't seem
fading.
to fill
Okay.
me with hope when it comes to Clark's intentions.
Oh, okay, so the family stand. Okay.
But you're making progress based on the leads he gave you. It's really hard for me to get a read on him.
Well,
let
how do you know that?
handle it.
I know, right?
I've sent you the case I've been working on,
Oh,
and
okay.
some company records I managed to track
Oh.
down.
Thank you.
The records are quite
Hell yeah.
dense, but
So
hopefully
much.
they're useful.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you. I haven't finished reading that thing we found. Hold on. The 6-piece one. Hold on. Let me finish reading your book
Yeah.
first. Then we'll go to the new stuff. But that being
That's what we
said,
get for solving the thing.
yeah, so I confirmed Miracle and Elias are two of the people, and oh my gosh, there's so much people for Elias's family stuff. And Miracle's, but mostly for Elias's. Oh my gosh.
It makes sense because they've had generations for that to sort
Yeah.
itself out. Yeah, it's probably where it would all be. And I love, like, you know, you said earlier he's not being the stereotype, and I love that they're doing that. Like this, the soul of the first, you know,
Yeah.
the original game was very much like fuck all these people and their oppressive views about social views, and like this is so right on the nose for that. Like, oh yeah, it's always the screaming evangelical guy who's doing the worst shit. Like
Those
it's the guy
who
who
make the
yeah.
claims are usually like,
exactly
usually cheaters are like, "Are you cheating on me? Are you cheating on me?" when they're cheating.
right.
Like that's usually
Exactly.
how it goes. All right. Has a few different passages about her own history. She ran the farm. Most of the relative rumors consist with the reign of Guy Hudson, who took over as president in 1978. Sam was very much not a fan of Guy, and according to 6 Pieces, it was an open secret within the family that Guy was very much not a fan of remaining faithful to his wife, Patricia. But now we know that Patricia also wasn't faithful. I should correct that. They had an open agreement. Many of these hires at the time were young, single women, and guys often spent a lavish amount of money on private parties. But yeah, so I guess the family was not happy about him supposedly cheating on her, but she was totally okay with it. So, because
well, the alternative was them finding out that she was gay.
Yeah,
you know what I
fair.
mean? So,
and
like, yeah.
and if she heard anything about what happened to Sam's father,
or bisexual even, whatever. She
Yeah.
just wasn't straight. Yeah.
yeah.
It's 20 years ago.
This is 20 years, and Sam warns that most of it is hearsay. Still, you find the following information that may be relevant. One of Sam's farm supervisors was named Elizabeth. Elizabeth had a daughter who Sam never met, but who worked as one of Guy's secretaries. According to Elizabeth, a caterer from a local restaurant called Antonio's met her daughter at one of Guy's parties, and they eloped quickly due to pregnancy. Elizabeth
Ha!
wasn't aware that the party was for swingers. Rumor has it that her daughter showed up with Guy and didn't seem comfortable switching partners. Okay. Guy's... well, we don't...
What if she's the girl with the tattoo? Just saying. But
She
anyway,
might,
let's
yeah.
keep going. Yeah.
Guy's main positive contribute to the company involved expanding to markets previously untapped by Rudy's. However, when he went on trips overseas, they were often for weeks at a time, and Guy was known for spending more time and money on unofficial business than meeting with distributors and manufacturers. It was said that he bribed at least one politician to open a facility in Brazil. Okay. There was also a section where Sam speculated that Elias may have also cheated on Gwyneth, which we already confirmed for ourselves, but Gwyneth was always much kinder to Sam than Elias was, and was the first to invite Sam to family events. While she had, which is true, we know that she was pushed into the picture of the kids
Right.
by Gwyneth, so While she had no hard evidence, Sam always got the impression that Gwyneth was able to coerce Elias into allowing Sam back into the family using some kind of leverage, instead of it being a natural cause of events. She mentioned that Elias and Gwyneth were known to loudly argue, sometimes about another woman. Sam also said her son Ernie once asked, "Who's Beth?" because he overheard them yelling about someone with that name. As far as Sam knows, Elias once had a secretary named Elizabeth, a different Elizabeth than the supervisor from the farm, but she never met her. Alright.
Weird. Why does there have to be 2 fucking Elizabeths? That's so annoying.
Well, the Elizabeth is the mother, not the daughter.
Sorry?
The farmhand, Sam's supervisor was named Elizabeth, who had a daughter, who Sam never met. That was one of Guy's secretaries. So Elizabeth, the one that Sam knows, is not an affair partner. She's the mother of an affair partner.
Okay. Mother of an affair partner. So maybe we got a picture.
We do. Hold on a second. Before we move on, I'm just going to quickly search up that restaurant. The chain, just because it seems to have a common name of Italian restaurants, you may need to use more local resources if you're looking for one specific one.
Okay, so periodical, maybe Butler County Times.
Yeah, and it has been in Butler County Times twice. The most recent time was when it closed in 1992. The owner, Rochella Zimmer, sold the land the building was on. Copy that for a second. And at the time of the article, she was unsure if the restaurant would move to a new location or if she would retire. Many years before that, there's a puff piece from Valentine's Day, 1978, that asked recently married residents of Butler County how they met. Christine Garland responded. She and her husband Steve, who was a chef at Antonio's, met years ago when she delivered produce from her mother's farm. So this is probably one of the girls. I mean, it's not her mother's farm, but her mother was supervisor.
Did we get Elizabeth's last name?
We didn't yet, no. I'm just putting her in the maybe... hold on. I have a page.
Affair,
yeah. Guys. Affair.
Guys, bitches.
Alright, there we go. That's just his stuff, so that's why I'm putting her there. Steve used to work extra hours just to be there during her deliveries, which is very cute. Although they grew apart when the restaurant switched suppliers, they reconnected by chance and eloped at the end of the... Oh, nope, there we go. Eloped at the end of the last year. Because in the book it says, and they met her daughter at the guys' parties, and they eloped quickly due to a pregnancy. Alright, so this is one of the girls. This is Elizabeth's daughter.
Oh, God.
Now she has a bun in the oven, and they both work as much as they can. She's a secretary, but went back to delivering products on the weekend. Trying to save up money to move to Boston and open their restaurant. So, 1978. So she has to be the second one, shouldn't she?
What's that?
1978 is pretty close on to his affair numbers. So she has to be the blonde, right?
Oh, no, I was thinking the opposite. I was thinking it's the couple now. Does it say anything about them splitting up?
No, she's still married to that guy, it says.
Is she?
Yeah, although they grew apart when the restaurant switched suppliers, they reconnected by chance and eloped at the end of last year. At the end of 1978. I mean, it hasn't mentioned it. I can look her up.
No, I think you're right. I think you're good.
So, it's Christine Garland. Which, I don't know what she's doing now, but she was, at least, the secretary. But Christine Garland, and then her husband... What does it say on that?
Steve?
Steve, but I don't know if it mentioned his last name. Not a really big deal, but... Yeah, no, it doesn't say anything.
I would assume she took his name.
Oh, yeah, so we need to
figure out... The game operates on that assumption a lot.
Yeah, so then we know he's Steve Garland, but we need to figure out her first name. Her maiden name.
Oh,
maiden names,
right.
Maiden names are what we need for confirming people.
That's true.
And we know she's got 2 kids. and one of them might be a roottree. The first one might be a roottree, guy's kid. The second one might not be, or is not. We know
The second one is not.
is definitely
yeah.
not. We just don't know anything about them. All right. Okay. Cool. Right now we can go look at all of the stuff Sam gave us. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna start with the picture because it's the easiest thing. The picture was given to you by Sam. A woman named Regina Clementine came to her and claimed that her husband has confessed he thinks he's a roottree. Okay, the details of the case can be found in your evidence. Stuart is the older boy wearing a suit, so I'm gonna just click him so I know. The woman in the photo is Mary Beth Clementine, a singer of... Oh no. Oh, a singer who may have had an affair with Miracle Roottree. Okay. Sorry, I saw singer, I'm like, wait, no, don't tell me Jim, but never mind. He's not one of the ones available.
Not Jim. Yeah.
No, so she might be the person that Miracle had an affair with. Okay. Wait, it just says Miracle, right? Not Miracle. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Boop.
Oh, am I stupid and I didn't take a picture of her?
Eh.
Okay.
I'm
there
not
we
going to
go.
put her name in because it might change. We'll look over the evidence first. All right, let's see. Let's start with the email. It looks smaller. Okay, it is smaller. From 6pieceproject.usa, it's genealogy. This is all the information I have about Regina Clementine, Nee Sletzer, from New Orleans, Louisiana, and her husband, Stuart Clementine. She wrote to me about a month ago. Apparently, the Roottree lawyers went after her since then. By the time I received her letter and called her, she told me she couldn't cooperate anymore. Her husband, who is a police officer and never knew his father, told her that he thought he might be a Roottree, but he's estranged from his family and didn't want to pursue it. Alright, her husband, who's a police officer... Hold on. I'm just gonna... Oh, there's two here. Darn it! Oh wait, one's a husband. This one. Her husband. So hold on. I'm just putting this information as we go. So Regina Clementine. So she's the side one. Regina Clementine. Okay, cool. And that her husband's a police officer. Police officer. Okay. Okay, back to this.
And that's Stuart, right?
Yes. Yes. That would be Stuart. I don't know his first name, but yeah.
That is his. You mean his last name? Right?
Yeah, I meant his last name.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, if the mom is Mary Beth Clementine, he's probably Clementine. So, correction. Yeah, he'd be Stuart Clementine. Stuart Clementine. The wife is not Clementine. Police officer, and he's the little boy. I need to change her name because I don't know. Unknown. Okay.
Wait, we don't. That's not Regina. The mom is Regina.
No, Regina's the wife. Mary Beth Clementine is the mother.
Oh, we just don't know her last name, right?
Yeah, so I
she
just
need her
undoing
widow
that.
name. Okay, got you.
And then this is Mary Beth. Mary Beth. Oh, she's probably Clementine too, and she's probably a musician because I think that's what it says on the picture, right? When the photo is Mary, a singer. Oh, she might. Is singer different? Hold on, is singer different? No. So she's a musician. Okay, she's set. Oh, and does it say in the picture? No, it doesn't say anything in the picture about who her husband is, but we do have a picture of him. It is that guy. Oh,
And then the second kid, we have the picture of him as well.
Yeah.
There's an extra picture of him, so he must be notable in some kind of way. Well, not notable, but
he might be someone we should look up to. Well, we'll find out more about later on. Okay, back to the email. I'm sure because he had no proof. She wrote to me behind his back. Normally I wouldn't be so sure, but she had some pretty credible facts. Some of it I've been able to confirm. Stuart's mother was named Mary Beth Clementine. She was pretty well known in the 30s and 50s, a singer who went on tour to a lot of churches.
Mm-hmm.
You can look up her up online, and she was a pretty big proponent of adoption. Oh. I know for a fact that she came to Butler County a few times. I remember her from when I was younger, and Regina said that Stuart told her that they always seem to spend a lot of time at the Miracle Church. She sent me a photo to prove it that she's who she says she is. I've attached it to this email. Unwrapping America's, please consider saving a tree and not printing this email. Hold on, let me quickly look up and see if she is in the periodicals before we go any farther. Came to Butler County a few times and played religious hymns at the Miracles Church. She's mentioned 2 times, though the first visit from 1949 was significantly more substantial. Yep, that's exactly the time of the affair. Okay. Welcomes with open arms. The article mentions that the church leader was moved when he heard Mary Beth's recording of one of his favorite hymns. His eyes is on the sparrow, and reached out to her personally. His eye is on the sparrow holds a very special meaning to me. As you know, I've had a very difficult upbringing. It is no secret that my own eyes have always been a source of struggle. The song is about overcoming sadness and hardship through Jesus. If God can find a way to watch over every sparrow, he can certainly watch over those made in his image. My family's fortune does me no good as a man of the Lord. It's much better spent spreading his word, and I've felt a kinship with Mary Beth ever since I heard her voice. When I learned her personal story, I knew I had to help her in whatever way I could. The Bible is full of adoptions, from Moses to Esther. Esther, yeah. Spending your life taking care of those hopeless to help themselves is incredibly noble. She and her son are welcome to stay in our guest house. Oh.
So the second kid is his.
Yeah.
Not the first
kid. The second visit was a few years later, in 1953. The article mentions that her first visit was a massive success, and that the insistence of Miracle's insistence, she returns for an encore performance. It also mentioned that the unusual circumstances of her second son's adoption has prevented her from touring recently, but doesn't clarify.
Okay, adoption, yeah.
Okay, so this is Stuart.
What's that? No, we know it's not Stuart. The photo, go to the photo.
I know, but it said...
The photo says Stuart is the older boy wearing a vest.
But Stuart is the one that's assumed to be Eric's Miracle's son.
Why? Why?
It says hold on, I'm hitting all the wrong things. 1 second. It says in the email, Regina and her husband and her husband Stuart. She wrote to me. Apparently, Rudy's lawyers, her husband, who is a police officer and never knew his father, told her he thought he might be a roottree, but he's estranged from his family. So Stuart is the one that is supposedly a roottree, not his brother. So that means Stuart has to be the second son, because she didn't meet Miracle until after she had her son.
Wait, hang on, because then there's a contradiction. I don't think that's.
Because also in the article it says the unusual circumstances of her second son's adoption has prevented her from touring recently.
Are they just both named Stuart? Is that a possibility?
I mean, she did split up with her husband. So maybe I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we've got more.
What I'm getting at, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we've still got confidential, so we can read that too, just because we haven't done that either. The big, huge, bulky thing of 5 different things. Yeah, okay, we'll get more information. We might be like just getting ourselves confused.
True.
So partial staff records to cross-reference by Sam Mason. These records are based on old tax milling information and only details the employees that work directly for Roottree or in their corporate offices. That the many laborers on this farm, and in their factories are not listed. Okay, so this is not farm and factories, it's only the corporate office. You are not sure how helpful it will be, except for cross-reference with guys, secretaries, and visits overseas. Cider searching people just because they are listed in this books will likely be very time-consuming and a waste of your time.
Thank you.
All right, so... Yeah, so see, Ernest is starting to learn all the way back in 1975.
Yeah.
so annoyed that they did that to him. Anyways, he's not a real character. It's not a real person. Anyways, Edward was in it. Lloyd, Carl, and Elizabeth, which we...
Ravensworth.
Yeah, that might be her. No, wait, we're looking for secretaries.
Well, no, we're looking for the... Wasn't that lady's mom? Or am I confused because there's two Elizabeths?
You are confused. So... Oh, I gotta fix my computer camera. So the Elizabeth worked on the farm, so she won't be here. We already figured out her daughter's name, though.
Christine.
Yeah. Christine...
We just don't have the last name.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, we don't
Or
have the last...
maiden name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
like,
maiden
that's
name.
why I latched onto that. I was like, oh, is that the maiden name? Okay,
No,
it's not. Fine. All right.
Well, oh, actually, there is a farm section, so it might be Elizabeth Farrow. There is
Ooh,
another
nice.
Elizabeth Farrow. So yeah, it's probably Elizabeth Farrow.
Okay.
Well, actually,
nice.
let's just check if there's a Farrow in the thing, because that would
There
confirm
is.
it.
There is a pharaoh in the thing. Cool.
All right, so she's Farrow. I was gonna say secretary, but we don't know what she currently does, so we'll leave her as nothing. Major expanse is none. Okay. But I do find it interesting that Elias is mentioned in, like... okay, so there are Juliet, Joanne... Oh, we probably wouldn't need any... Oh, wait,
so
Joanne's right
that's
there.
her name.
Robertson.
Hell yeah.
Alright, Robertson.
She's a secretary.
And she
like,
might be retail. Well, she was secretary, but she died when she was working in retail.
I'll leave it on secretary. You leave it on retail.
Okay, we'll figure out who pops first.
Deal. Yeah.
Okay.
Who else we got? Juliet McCullen, Doris Mace, and Beth Knox. Oh, there's another.
There's another
Beth.
Beth. But I'd say keep going till we find Christine. And then we've got a few others. Random ones. But... Alright.
Okay.
1979, it was announced that Zach would be retiring and Guy would be taking over at the start of 1978. They had a retirement party in November before spending the final months working in the transition. During 1976 and 1977, the following changes took place. Guy had replaced Ernest Madison as special management. Office staff Patrick was hired. Production manager... yeah. LEC. Rudy was no longer employed by roottree. Interesting. And Ernest moved to product manager. Alright. Christine Farrow was hired in 1976. Joanne is no longer listed amongst the secretaries, but a Joanne Fellows has been added to the list. Joanne Fellows and Beth Knox are no longer employed by the Rootrees, and Christine Farrows is no longer listed as amongst the secretaries, but a Christine Garland has been hired. So yes, her name is Farrow. Alright, cool. So yeah, she's definitely Christine Farrow. And
So,
James Robertson.
do we get something else out of that? The Beth Knox are no longer employed. Does that mean he had an affair with Beth during that time?
Well, no. Because we know the other one, the third one is probably Robin Martin, and then we're looking for the last two. But we do know that Anonymon mom had another person. So Beth might be Anonymom, or she might be the other person they confided in to confirm Anonymom's information. We know there was two other secretaries. We just...
Okay.
In 1978, Guy Hudson took over. This began a particularly volatile period in the company's staffing. Many travel expenses were listed, and Guy began trying to develop new flavors. He replaced Zach. Edward Roottree, Elizabeth Cravenworth, and Lloyd Carpenter are no longer employed by Roottree. Raffertoons is now listed as official staff. Raffertoons?
That's Clark's advertising firm.
Oh, right. Hold on. Has once had a photo of Clark on it and no longer exists. Instead, it redirects to the site of a telephone number called 101025, which frustratingly keeps popping up advertising in new windows every few seconds. There's apparently a phone number you can dial before making a long-distance call to retrieve a discount from a telephone company. Past few months, you've been continually with ads for it and other services like it. Exclusive TV spots starring celebrities, radio commercials with parodies of popular songs, and banner ads for its own. Doesn't seem to be relevant to your search. Purchased by a third party when the license expired. Are you sure? Do we have a... Wait, no. No. We have... Book, go away. Can we no longer play with the radio? There we go. Oh, wait. What am I doing? No, I want to... Over. No, we can't call that number. Okay. Sorry. Tangent. Alright.
Oh, that's what you were trying to do.
Albert Cross and Fred Cross are no longer employed at the Rootrees. Kirsty Garland is no longer working for the Rootrees. Patrice Watts and Corrine Swins were hired. Julia McHugh no longer employed. So and were hired. Okay. Thomas Green, Michael Caine, Elizabeth Farrow, and Jack Keaton are no longer working. Emily Sam and Sam Cartel were hired. Robert Logan is no longer employed, and William Sams was hired. Susan Ford was hired under a special category that only exists for 1 year.
Interpreter. Maybe, was that when he went to Brazil?
Maybe.
79.
Yeah, Australia. Yeah, probably. President official refurbishments of office refurbishments in 17. Labor developed caviar, 10 a month. Edward Root.
Oh wait, Susan Ford though. Susie. That's a mistress. That's a name we remember. Her mistress Susie.
Yeah. It only lasted for a year though.
I'm thinking it's the girl with the tattoo.
Oh wait. No wait. Yeah, Susan Ford. Yeah, it might be the girl with the tattoo. Susie is definitely one of them. Or at least that's what the author told us.
Right.
She might have, misinformed about the mistress, but she might not be. But I'm going to keep going just for now, because I don't know which of the 5 she didn't come up in a search when I searched quickly. So, Edward Rootree's retirement party, 75. Christmas tree bash, 75. New Year's Eve ball, 75. Travel expenses to Australia, France, and Brazil, 100 and something. 5 pieces flavors, 10 a month. 5 places favors development caviar. 4th of July, New Year's Eve ball. Gosh, so much. The volatile many new employees didn't tend to stick around very long. The following changes were recorded. Terry Connor was hired. Susan Ford has been moved to office staff. Oh, so she moved to office staff. If she's on secretary on the last one, then yes, that's her name. Douglas Rubin is no longer employed. Edward Morrison and Robert Andrews were hired. Edward Morrison is no longer employed. Wow, he didn't even last a full year. Caroline were no longer employed. Linda Lewis and Angela Ingram were hired. Linda Lewis no longer employed. Karen was hired. William Sams is no longer employed. Emily Smith no longer employed, but Emily Barnes is now listed. Gwyneth Madsen is no longer employed, but a Gwyneth Cartel is now listed. Oh, she got married in 1981. That's sweet. Susan Ford is no longer works in this department. Flavor, ball, flavor.
Christmas tree bash. That's the year.
Yeah.
That's that photo.
Yeah, but I mean, he's also got the one for 1981 though. Like he's also got a Christmas tree bash. He does it every year. Oh, hold on. There's a Ganniford Dove? School of the Death, commonly Ganniford Dove, is located about an hour from where the Roottree office used to be in Butler County, but it serves much of part of the Pennsylvania nearby Ohio. It was formerly known as Ganniford Dove because Gannifer was the last name of the founder. The Dove in this Danish word for death. The founder has issues with government translation, leading to an odd transcription issue. In 1990, it was renamed to better represent the school's purpose and to... Oh, okay, no, it's fine. I only read the first 3 words and I was like, Okay, correct the embarrassing lack of effort and awareness demonstrated by the government officers in these early days. Sorry, I read correct the embarrassing and I'm like, don't you dare.
Ableist shit, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like you know, conservation, that shock therapy for like that kind of situation. The
Right.
staff is listed on their website. You scan through all the biographies and find that the principal, Mrs. Ford,
It's Ford.
is fluent in 5 languages, including ASL. She has been working in the school for 15 years. Mrs. Ford's bio also mentions she's not deaf herself, but rather learned sign language to communicate with the deaf. It mentions that she was responsible for securing funding for the Hudson Wing. What's the Hudson Wing?
An add-on to her school that she got by
I know. It's a
hush money from
it's a separate-
Guy Hudson.
Yeah. It's a separate, much smaller building, half a block from the main campus, and operates as a smaller, independent school that offers free ASL courses for the family members, friends, and caretakers of deaf children. That's actually very nice. According to this history site, they got their name after the president of the roottree company generously donated a bunch of money towards the construction. There's also a very vague history section that you can somewhat fill in with details from the other information you've seen about the school. It mentions that the donation came at the insistence of an employee of the roottree at the time. It mentioned that she learned ASL from the main school before the Hudson Wing even existed, to surprise her future husband, who was deaf. After realizing how useful a service like this could be to non-deaf people that wished to better serve those with hearing issues, she convinced roottree management to invest in the school. The Hudson Wing opened and she became the first teacher at the new campus. At first, it was only operating on weekends, but since then, added classrooms and some weekends. I'm wondering if she's the black-haired one lady, not the tattoo person.
Why do you think that?
Because it says husband. So it has to be one of the 2 others. It can't be the middle, and it can't be Christine.
Right, it's one of those top 2.
Yeah.
But,
Hold on. Hold on. They might have done something really sneaky. Hold on. No, okay, so I was seeing if we could see a hearing aid. Sorry.
oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
I mean... Well, there's picture of Gwen. No, not that one. Not that one.
It's the Christmas party one. She's in the
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
I keep misclicking things. She's got a symbol on her chest, and I don't know what that means.
I think it's just like a corsage. I
Yeah.
think it's just a flower or like a pin or something.
Back to this. Keep going through this, I guess. So we know the donation was probably done. So she probably by Susie. So we know that Susie's one of the 2. And that she's president of the school now, right? Right? Hold on.
Well, yeah. Is it her or was it her sister?
What do you
It
mean?
says she's been working at the school for 15 years. When was this published? In 1990. When was this,
The donation was in 1981.
Is that when she went to start working there? Or did she work there before that?
Susan Ford finished working for the Rootrees in 1981. She is no longer working for the
In
department.
this department.
Yeah. But the donation for the thing happened 10 years before the school closed. Well, it was named formally. That from 1990. It is still most likely active. It just was named. So, the school is still active. It's just it was named up until 1990. Alright, let me look on the last one. Guy Hudson died in May of 1982, so the first few months of this year continued along the same pattern as they had been. Things quickly changed when Ernest took over. Most of the expensive expenses ended, and all of the secretaries, most handpicked by Guy, were let go. That kind of stinks for most of them, but left Roottree in 1984, so this is the last set of books you have access to. Right, Ernest was replaced Guy. Carl joins a special management in 1983. So 1982, Susan Ford's not employed at all from Roottree anymore.
Okay.
Ernest is no longer in production, and Douglas Rosenberg was rehired. I don't think you're important, but let's look you up quickly, just to make sure. No, you're not important. Okay. Alright. So secretaries. We're no longer employed, and then from here on out, no secretaries are directly employed by the Roottrees. Roottrees instead use a temp agency called Work Time Temp. The offices all over the United States, listed on the site as one of the companies they do business with. As far as you can tell, there's no connection between work and anyone related to searches. Okay. In Farmson, Victor Logan was hired. Stuart Todd is no longer employed. Amy Sutton and Sam is no longer employed. Okay. Development. New Year's ball.
No Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Right, because Ernie's gone.
No.
Or because Guy's gone.
Yes. May have. Yeah. Yeah. So they did New Year's Eve ball, but that's it. And the Rudy costuming started at the 84. Okay. So.
What was the name of that school again?
The Ganford
Grandorf
School.
Dove.
Copy that, and then I think just putting it in there. Yeah. Appearances here and there in Butler County's time since 1990. It's not too many that you can't look at all of them. And so after scrolling through a few pages, you manage to find something incredibly useful in an article that isn't even focused on the school itself. Local student proves key evidence in scientific study. From March of this year, 1999. Okay, so we're in 1999. So 1990 would have been 10 years ago. Mentions that the Ford sisters, who attended public school in Butler County, are one of the only handful of identical twins in the world who suffered from two different genetic issues. One of them has asthma, and the other has a deadly allergy to peanuts. Their mother, a Mrs. Susie Ford... Okay. Wait. Okay, so this last one, the one with the tattoo, is probably Susie Ford, because she's the only one with two. Who was principal at the nearby School of Deaf, was originally contacted by researchers looking to identify if there were any sets of twins where one was born deaf and the other was not. While she didn't have any twins attending her school, she asked if her daughter, Melissa and Heather, could be useful, and it turns out they were. She says, "They couldn't be more different. My youngest, we all call her that even though it's only about 15 minutes, is shy but essentially hasn't stopped running from the moment she learned to scamper. Asthma has kept her sister off the soccer field, but she's the definition of extrovert, and is even performing in a local production of Is There Life After High School later this year." The article ends...
Well, what did you search for so I can get that image too? You searched Grandorf.
Yeah, I just searched the school. The article includes a picture of the girls added to your evidence. The musical, it's quite obscure, only appearing on Broadway for 17 performances after a previous preview period. Nowadays, it's mostly performed by smaller theater troupes, including high school dramas. If you can't tell by now, a game designer by the name of Jeremy Johnson was in a musical theater all 4 years of high school. Huh. There's one song from that someone has surpassed the rest of the show, The Kids Inside.
That's not the guy who made the game, right? Jeremy Johnson.
I don't remember. I mean, they might be the person who took over. So it might. There's two writers, so it might be either one. I don't know for sure though. If you'd like to listen to it, I recommend Barry Mellowa's version. If you've heard the song before, it's likely that cover. The entire musical deals entirely with the traumas and nostalgia that society collectively shares about their formative years, which feels appropriate thematic for this game. I've always thought of it as somewhat ironic that they have high school theater clubs performing it, though. Anyways, the keyword in the article was local. Oh, because I... Alright. Give me 1 second. Nothing relevant. Okay, fine. Ugh. Being so mean to me. It seems like the high school in the end of April. The cast members. Heather Ford. Okay. That's the thing. Picture.
Those two, that's childhood pictures of one of the people he had the affair with, right?
No, these are the twins of the person he had an affair with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are Susie's daughters.
The black and white threw me off.
Yeah. The twin on the left is holding an inhaler, and the twin on the right is holding an EpiPen.
So it said the younger one,
Hold on.
or the older one had asthma, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling backwards. I don't remember.
Youngest by about 15 minutes.
Yeah, youngest is shy, but hasn't stopped, and asthma has kicked the other one. Kept her sister. Okay, so the older one is asthma. The younger one is EpiPen. And then the older one, which is Heather Ford. Oh, frick. I need to actually see the picture again. Which one is which? Thank you. Which one's EpiPen? No, which one's asthma?
Flowers is asthma.
Left inhaler. Okay, yeah. So Flowers. You, and you're a student still. Because you're in high school. Yeah. And then you're also a student. You're the other one. Your name. Last name is Ford. You're Susan Ford. Oh, that might be your husband's name, not you. Anyways, you're a president, not a secretary. Principal. Ah! Popped!
Oh. Nice. Well, I didn't even enter the kid's name, though. I'm pissed. What was the other twin's name?
I didn't do the younger one. I only have the older one. But
Okay,
I got
we did the
Stuart
same
and I
thing.
got Joanna. So Joanna is retail.
Oh, we got different ones.
Oh,
Because I got Christine as a secretary.
okay.
And Joanne is retail.
I didn't put her in secretary. Because I didn't know if she was still secretary, you know?
Cool.
Okay, so we know she's...
This is the advantage of playing it together, is that we have alternate timelines. So do we know that other girl's name?
Yes, we do. I just have to look it up in her thing. My youngest is shy. Melissa. There we go.
Melissa, that's right. Okay, nice.
All right. We don't know her husband, but she's Susie. Oh, and I got the confirmation that that guy is her husband. So yeah, it's.
I also got yellow on that, so...
All right, so that family's done, and he's done. Oh, so Stuart is the older one.
Right, but
Yeah.
I still think that it could be a trap and that there's two Stewarts, because that
The younger.
journal entry didn't make any sense.
yeah. But the one that at least the lady is talking about is the older one.
Right, because in the picture it says...
Yeah.
It says Stewart is the older one wearing the vest. So that doesn't... Go ahead.
I didn't get a confirmation
get her
for
either.
her. It might have
Yeah.
just not popped, so we'll wait for now. Because I've got 2 right now. Oh, actually,
Well, no, it would have popped. It would have popped sooner.
I would have needed a new picture of him, wouldn't I? Elias Jr. Let's do a search on him. Elias. Not that one. Where's your thing? Elias.
Also, since it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to finish this
Yeah.
in one night, you want to call it soon?
Sure we can.
Thank you.
We just gotta figure out what we're gonna do in 2 weeks, but we'll have 2 weeks to figure it out, so.
Yeah. But that should be enough. It doesn't look big enough that we couldn't do it in...
Reminders
Another-
is still the biggest thing? Why?
What is in reminders? Let's see. I think maybe it's this whole, if you try to catch up with some of what happens, since some web searches may yield new or different results, and some books or magazines from your previous investigations may be relevant to your new one. Maybe that's why the 6 is there. It's like, go look in other places. I don't know.
Okay, so we figured out Sam's, but we don't have her husband's name. Company included untapped rootrees, however there's also a section that Samson and Elias may have treated. Oh yeah, Elizabeth. We don't know anything about her name. Wait.
What about Beth?
Yeah. No, there was a what was it in the interview? Maybe it was in the interview. Hold on. There was a book she was handed. The Roottree's Legacy or something?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Was it on the first section? Yeah, the Roottree Legacy. Oh, right, the Family Man.
Why, is that just an alternate title?
Yeah. No, it's just the shorthand.
Oh, gotcha, okay. And we already have that one, right?
Yeah, by Bess, though. Okay. Oh no, I want to grab her name. Here. There we go.
Mary Beth Clementine.
Country. Wait, she traveled around the country. She recorded a few records. They seemed lots of time. The only one you find mentioned was a cover. He's got the whole world in his hands, released in the label New Edison. Got it. Oh, it seems that New Edison records and the modern music had quite a lot of overlap. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay. Alright. I thought it was a magazine. Account for various covers of popular songs they all once spun together. When you scan the results for anything other than advertisements, you do find a very, very brief blurb from when New Edison was sued by Edison Records. By the time the magazine had covered it, it seems like the lawsuit was settled over the court and New Edison was destined to shut down. The owner, who was Sterling Edison, said he'd likely create a new record company, but there's no evidence anywhere that he did, and that was the last mention of him in MMM. It was one of the first record labels named after Thomas Edison. The history of the company seems very important, except for the potential lawsuit of Edison Records versus Edsil. Lawsuits mentioned that this as a fun case because the name of the lawsuit was actually the biggest problem for the person being sued. A record producer who called himself Edison was immediately outed as not being named Edison. Edsel was a German last name, and at the time of the founding of the company, the U.S. was war at Germany. The company's founder immediately settled to try and get the case to go away, but the damage was done. Alright, back to her. Actually, I want to see if this comes up in Music Modern Weekly. No, okay, cool. Back to her. One thing Mary Beth was known for was her adoption. She's listed on many sites that mention adoption and the history of adoption. She adopted 2 children in the 1940s, Stuart and Mark. Okay.
I don't understand. That pisses me.
She also spoke as an advocate for the benefits of adoption in front of the U.S. State Congress in 1949, who were convened to debate and discuss the then recent first adoption of an African-American child to a white family in the United States. She was specifically there to detail experiences going through the system to adopt Stuart. Her older son was adopted later, and according to a single line on one adoption site, under unusual circumstances. In 1959, it surfaced that Mary Beth had been twice divorced, both times to her manager, Sterling. This ends her career with the religious audience she had been catering to, and while she performed occasionally since then, she mostly faded into obscurity. Not passed away, 76 of a stroke. Sterling.
So,
So he's
What
Mark.
was it?
Oh, with a K. Yeah, with a
Yeah, there's no
K.
mark with a C. Oh, there is a mark with a C.
That's why I said with a K.
That's so stupid.
Clementine for him. Don't know anything about him.
So, does that mean her husband is up above is Sterling? 'Cause it says they split?
Yeah, he's Sterling, but I don't know his name. His first name.
Sterling isn't a last name you can type in.
Oh, is it a first name?
It's a first name, yeah.
Oh.
Weird.
Okay, so he's...
Sterling Clementine? And then we just don't know her maiden name?
Maybe. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, we can just look also. Sterling. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay.
What was her real music? I bet we can look her up at by solo career.
The only one that was of importance, they said, was her repertoire was a mix of religious and popular songs, and although they seemed lost of time. The only one you can find mention was for a cover of "He's Got the Whole World in His Hands," released under the label New Edison. But when you search it up in periodicals, it doesn't matter and it doesn't count anything. It's recorded covers of songs that came on the website. Just found. Oh.
What?
The record company guy. His name's Sterling. But it's EDSL.
Sterling Edison? Or Sterling Idol?
Edsel, yeah. So that's his name. He's Sterling Edsel.
Then where the fuck does Clementine come from? Does she just keep her name?
Yeah,
But if that's the case... If that's the case, then...
She might not have popped at random.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, we might have 5. I mean, we can keep it for now. If she doesn't pop, we'll... No. But she's a star, so she might have changed her name. Like a lot of the stars do. Like, Jim wasn't going under his name.
But we saw her, through lookup, that she was going by her name.
But the Holy Grail is...
Oh, what's that?
Oh, wait. Is the re-release of the One Old Rugged Cross. Says that the first edition was originally published before she legally changed her name.
Nice call.
Another site claims that the police had to be called to New Edison Records after its owner got a physical altercation public, leading to a divorce. There are no cited sources or evidence, and the site content seems user submitted. There's an email address at the bottom of the and the phrase, "Send me your stories about all Hollywood, and I'll add them to the page." But I need the email address. Okay. Popular Behind that has been covered many. Okay. There you go. When it's first reviewed by the magazine.
Nice.
Quaker. Alright, she's grabbed correctly now. So that's 1, 2, 3. I have 3. I need one more person.
Same. And then we can call it after that.
Oh, wait.
Well, they're twins, so they gotta both be students.
Yeah. So then... Is she not counted as a musician?
Why? Do you think you should have 4?
Yeah, because you said Christine Farrow popped at secretary, right?
Yeah, I have that one. I
Yeah.
have
So
one of the twins.
I have
and
her,
then I
so
have
she's 2.
Clementine.
And then this should be 3. Oh, this should be 3. Right, okay.
Yeah, we need one more, yeah.
Okay, let me go look at the records again then, because we can probably figure out who this is. Maybe. All right. So,
Yeah, one of the people that's not Susan that
yeah.
is on between those
So
last
not
2 years.
Joanne, not Pharaoh, so not them. Okay. Okay, so let's see who's the secretaries here. Christina Garling, Beatrice hired, Justin, Juliet. Do either one of those... Alright, let me actually just do something.
So also, yeah, it has to be during the time that Susan worked there.
Does
Because Susan's in the picture with her.
it has to be before Susan works there.
No, Susan's in the same picture as that lady.
Oh yeah, so
If she's on the payroll, then it has to be during the time that Susan worked there.
well, she's in 80. Oh, we didn't notice that in 80 she didn't get fired. She just moved to office staff.
Yeah, because she was an interpreter
Yeah.
in 79.
So, what are the two secretaries I'm looking at?
Okay, so it's between the years of 78 to 81. So it's someone on those two things.
Pretty sure it's Beatrice Watts.
Why do you say that? I like it.
Because I looked up Watts and Watts was on the list of names. Like I looked up the person's name, and I don't think the other one would be SC. Oh no, they're both here. Oh no, I forgot there's names this time that are not allowed or that are there that are nameless. I forgot. Oh no. Okay, well that doesn't work as well as I thought it would. Okay.
But so there are two Beatrices is the problem?
No, I was looking at secretaries, and the ones that were hired, the same... Oh, wait, that'd be the same year. Christmas ball... There wasn't a Christmas ball in 79. Okay, hold on.
Oh, nice. Good catch. So it's the 81 year.
It's the... Yeah, because there's Christmas... Oh, wait, when did the... Book lady, what did you say for your interview? When did you say... The last night of 1978. Oh, wait, I met him on New Year's Eve. Which...
Hang on.
Oh, because in 79 he went to Brazil. Okay, so that's why he didn't have the party.
Yeah. So the party he did have is in 81, and both of those women are no longer employed by that time as secretaries. Corinne Schwartz and Beatrice Watts are no longer employed in 1980. So Linda Lewis, Angela Ingram were hired in 1980.
Let me quickly just make sure their names.
Catherine Garrett.
Okay, Lewis is there, and Ingram. I'm just making sure their names are actually in this list, even there, just because. Okay, it would have eliminated someone if they weren't there. Was there a Lisa Lewis last year in the staff? Oh, yes, there was. Okay, cool.
Says Lisa Lewis, Valerie Ewing got fired in 1981 as well.
Yeah, let me look back at the... Oh, wait, did he? Oh, wait! I skimmed over it so fast. Oh, no. Wait, hold on.
What?
81. So, he paid for a book to be published in 81, Oh darn, I was really hoping that there was a book thing on the prices because I kind of just skimmed over the prices. Because she asks literally, do you know how expensive it is to publish one copy of a book? So that's why I was like, oh wait! Maybe he put it on the expenses for the company, you know?
Yeah.
But no, I don't see any, like, it's only flavor development. Flavor development.
And then the Grandorf Dove donation was
Yeah.
that year. And that's the last year that What's-Her-Face works there, right?
Yeah, she leaves she leaves in 82, but...
Got you. I feel like it's right there,
I know.
but I can't figure it out.
Sugar plum, caviar, butterscotch. 1, 2, 3. Are you anything special? No. Actually, now that we have her name, I'm gonna decide. Where is it? Where?
Whose name?
Pharaoh. I want to look her up
Christine Farrow.
to see if, like, maybe she's done something. Nope. Because, like, maybe she's done something for Butler County or something. Nothing.
Oh, I just searched Mark Clementine in Spider Search and I got something.
Oh, perfect. As long as we can get one more person, we can go to bed.
Yeah.
And then...
Whoa, this is an interesting twist.
Oh gosh, hold on. I'm spelling things wrong. Go away for a second. No, not that. Give me your last name. Hitting wrong things, hitting wrong things. I'm building suspension by accident. Alright.
There we go.
Crocodile Company's name listed on the website titled The Infamous List. It is a massive list of criminals who are known for odd crimes. Ah, I see. Although Mark's nickname would imply he hails from Florida, a lot of others on the list come from there, or Australia. Mark is listed as being from Los Angeles. He has a pretty big entry. Seems like a real piece of work. There's a very small note about him being the basket baby of 1950, but most everything else comes from his adulthood. He lost his job in 1975 as a pilot for a regional airline after he tried to board the wrong airline's planes. He was drunk. He was charged with trespassing and assault. In 1982, he was arrested for transporting smuggled animals over the Canadian and Mexico borders for illegal reptile suppliers in Los Angeles. He was apparently quite successful for the first 4 years, but he was caught when he had to make an emergency landing in Portland after he was bitten on the foot by a crocodile, hence the nickname. Apparently, the Portland Telegraph is credited as having given him his nickname. His mugshot from this incident has been added to your photos. In 1993, he was released on parole, but his freedom didn't last long. He was arrested in 1994 in San Diego for violating it in an attempt to visit his daughter's graduation. He famously punched the principal, a man named Billy Sims. This incident received national press. Oh, back out of this. Grab you. Hi, Mark. Is there a criminal? There is not a criminal. Oh, I guess he's counted as pilot? Yeah, he's counted as pilot. Okay, because I was going to be like, there's no criminal marking.
Nice. Good catch. Alright, so.
Alright, Mark, his mother.
We got him and his mom.
The other daughter, yeah.
The secretary and the other daughter. Okay, so we're on the same page.
Oh, Dora first. Welcome back, Clark.
Sam reached out to me finally. I think I have you to thank for that one. My family's in a bit of a rough patch. Even though the candy is selling better than ever, everyone is fighting over the trust. The majority of us want to dissolve it. On paper, it seems like the right decision. The arguments about what to do next are endless and heated. More than a few root trees are worried about losing their wealth.
The problem is, for me, breaking up the trust, is that it kind of gets rid of any funding for future generations. So, like, it's kind of like, we got our money. Who cares about other people?
I don't think we deserve it more than anyone else. I love my family.
Yeah, I don't know.
My wife, my daughters, even my son, who I hardly ever get to see.
The one who keeps talking
I want
to
to keep
once a
them
month.
safe and secure, but I didn't do anything to deserve this fortune. Hell, I probably deserve it less than most. It took me way too long to get my life together.
And I mean, he is still with the younger sister that he cheated with, so there is that. Like, he didn't continue his cheating ways like most cheaters do.
Oh, okay, enough about
Yeah,
me.
he like you
Here's
said, he
the
did
deal.
actually get his shit
I
together.
can't stop the majority from voting one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep passing along potential root trees, I'll keep adding them to the list. On the other hand, there's been some leaps forward in genetics. It may sound like science fiction, but we can actually determine who's in the family just by
This
testing
takes
their
place in
DNA.
99.
Yeah.
What you've done so far has been very useful. Just keep filling out the tree and we'll prepare for the tests.
Okay, cool. Seems like a good spot.
Yeah, I was just making
Next
sure
time we
didn't
can
I didn't get any extra.
figure out all the fucking Elias stuff and then
And
crack the top
freaking
secret.
Miracle. I mean, we still got a lot of guys. We got all their
Yeah.
kids. And that family tree one, which I think might still be Sam's parents. But I don't know for sure. The tree update. But it also might be Robbie.
Yeah,
Rob.
Robbie or Ron or
Yeah, because he was out of wedlock, which is why they had that. He was trying, because there's a whole other thing. But yeah. So we got Elias a lot of half of marks, but not too bad. I'm going to put his paper picture. Not too bad. Oh, we can put guys' pictures. Hold on. I kept forgetting to do that. Sorry, I'm just quickly putting guys' other pictures on there. All right. We just got to get the last lady's picture somehow. That.
Martin or Robbins, yep.
Yeah, now that we know her name.
And she has a kid. I'm interested to
does.
see how this all shakes out
And I
because everything seems really tight right
Yeah.
now. Like, how do you get down there? But this is cool. This is good.
It's slow
content.
going, but we kind of like get chunks along the way.
Yeah.
Like a big chunk opens, and then we're like, what do we do? Okay, go through things slowly.
Cool.
Yeah. So we'll figure out what we're gonna do in 2 weeks' time, just because Mike has a class, and so we gotta work around that. So we'll figure out something in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right. So
Oh,
I've been Anlin. I've been joined by.
Mike.
I hope you brought a smile to your face, and I will be back with more Sea of Thieves with my sister, and then in 2 weeks we'll be back with more of this. We were
Sweet.
hopeful we'd get this done in one day.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm better at this than I am.
Well, also like
But anyway.
it's a lot harder. Not harder, but it's a lot like
It's different.
you got to scrounge
Doing
a
it.
lot more for smaller pieces than you did on the first one, I think.
Yeah.
Because like you could just follow a chain, and then this one we've kind of been jumping. Like, and it might be just because it's mostly me and I jump around a lot, but we've been jumping around for bits, so you know. But
Yeah.
all right. Anyways,
All right. Cheers.
bye.
Bye.
And then to you all, like I said, I hope I brought a smile to your face, and I'll actually see you.